Farmers say it will take businesses and communities years to recover from the bushfires burning in Victoria. 350 structures have been lost so far, including homes and sheds. At least one person is known to have died. Entire wineries and orchards have been lost and thousands of livestock are believed to have died in the blazes. Victorian Farmers Federation President Brett Hosking says it's devastating.
We are talking years of recovery here for these communities. People have lost homes, they've lost infrastructure, they've lost machinery, they've lost livestock. People have lost wineries and orchards, and recovering that is a long process. At the moment, there's still a lot of shock out there.
Baby in hand, Premier Peter Malinauskas has announced how Labor plans to make IVF more affordable. If triumphant at the March election, South Australian women and families could access a $2,000 rebate to assist up to 2 IVF cycles. In addition to the out-of-pocket assistance, a $250 rebate for pre-IVF fertility testing has also been promised. SA has recorded its first meningococcal case for the year. A child's been admitted to hospital with the B strain. They're in a stable condition, however. Australian actor Rose Byrne has won her first ever Golden Globe for her performance in If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. But fellow Australians Jacob Elordi, Sarah Snook and Joel Edgerton are all missed out. One battle after another and Hamnet took out the movie honours. Now turning to 5AA Sport. AFL pre-season training is heating up. Both the Crows and Port in action this morning. Not great news out of Alberton for power young gun Tom Cochrane. Scans have revealed a significant hamstring injury sustained at training this morning will sideline the 19-year-old for at least 2 months. This comes after his debut season was ruined by a stress fracture in his foot last year, capping him to 3 AFL games. At the drive on day one of the Adelaide International, 17-year-old Aussie Emerson Jones has gone down in straight sets to her US opponent Emma Navarro 3-6, 3-6. While Tanazi Kokonakis will take to centre court this evening against American Sebastian Korda. At Melbourne Park, qualifying is underway for the Australian Open. Former world number 17 Bernard Tomic is fighting for a spot in the main draw. He will take to the court shortly. Compatriot Olivia Gadecki advanced in straight sets. And after losing to the Perth Scorchers by 32 runs yesterday, the Adelaide Strikers are en route to Melbourne for their game against the Stars tomorrow night. Meantime, the Melbourne Renegades take on the Thunder tonight in the Big Bash. Now checking 5AA traffic.
Afternoon at Globe Derby Park at a breakdown causing really big delays. She's on the north-south motorway at Globe Derby Drive. Avoid that if you can. Try Port Wakefield Road if you've got the chance. Crash getting cleared at Hallett Cove at the moment. Lonsdale Road near the Cove Road. Getting busy. South Road, Edwardstown with a camera at West Beach Road, West Beach. Every minute of every day, a child is admitted to hospital. Help make it a happier place with a $30 donation to the Starlight Foundation every month. Donate today at starlight.org.au. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Now the 5AA forecast, sunny and a top of 29 today, sunny tomorrow, 31 the top, Wednesday sunny and 29, Thursday partly cloudy and 26, Friday cloud clearing, 29 the top. Right now it's 28 degrees on 5AA. Now let's see what's happening on 9 News tonight.
I'm Alice Monfries. Tonight, a violent arrest of an alleged erratic driver in Plympton South. 27 fires still burning in Victoria. 1 life lost and more than 300 properties destroyed. Bulk billing balloons, but patients are paying more. And the young Crow star ready to take the competition by storm. Our exclusive with Dan Curtin. 9 News, your news, nightly at 6 on 9 and 9 now.
In Adelaide and across South Australia, this is 5AA, always Adelaide. 5AA's Summer Sports Show.
Good afternoon to you. It's 6 minutes after 4 on this Monday. Might just be your first day at work and your first drive home for 2026. And if it is, welcome along to the Sports Show. Wayne Phillips and Sam Tugwell hosting away this week until Monday when Rowie and Timmy G are back next on the 19th of January. 8223 0000 is our number as it is on 5AA. We'd love to talk to you about what you got up to over summer and what was maybe your favourite thing. What did you love about the summer of sport? Maybe what didn't you like about the summer of sport? What's to go through.
Your dislike. I wonder what it is.
Oh, there's plenty out there. Flipper, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, great man. Lovely to see you. Yes, a good, beautiful day again. The weather, just hearing the weather there, it's going to be fantastic. So, yeah, let's enjoy it and let's get out and about and enjoy ourselves. And so many events happening around Adelaide in our city that you can go, can get along to, can support and can enjoy all of those things.
Oh, we're going to go through everything happening here in South Australia. Get your calls on the air. Lots of great guests to talk to tonight. I do want to say the one thing I love the Ashes. I think I loved all of that across the last couple of months. But I must say, one thing I don't like, and it's something that actually hasn't happened. I want to float this by you and our listeners today. January used to be such a great time of year for cricket lovers because once the Test series finished in the first week of January,
wound herself down.
Would always finish early Jan. The next 4 to 5 weeks, January, February, would be full of green and gold colours
wedged
on our TV. One-day cricket. Where's that gone? I feel like we've lost it when it gets played in the October, November months. The Test series is done. All we want now, don't we, is just to watch our Aussie cricket team play in some white ball games, a tri-series against some big countries.
On that day that you tuned in to start off of the day and let it play out for 50 overs each side and some great results, some great players and just great enjoyment. But we don't have it. It's just not there anymore. We've moved on to various other, what are they? They're obviously little nicks and nooks and all that sort of thing.
Well, we just watch Big Bash now, don't we?
Yes, it is. That's what it's
and then we
become.
switch over to the tennis and other sports.
Which we're doing.
Look, nothing wrong with that. But cricket lovers, I think we love a little bit more of the Aussie green and gold on the back of the Ashes on the Test series, don't we? Don't you think?
But
who misses that?
But it was crazy because there was a time there where you're talking about that it wasn't Australia playing. It was Australia A playing
even
as
that.
well. So playing against Australia, again in the green and gold. And I always remember Mark Taylor, captain of Australia, coming out to bat for Australia against Australia A, getting booed at the at the MCG, coming out to open the batting for your country at a home game and being booed. I mean, how can that happen? So, yeah, things do transpire, don't they? They need to change. They do change. And, yeah, now that 50-over game, it's still there and it'll stay there. They play for a World Cup in the 50-over concept, but we just don't see it as that, flicking that telly on at 9:30 in the morning and there it was, sitting back and watching it and relaxing and getting into the new year. Exactly the way you said.
All right, let's talk about what is happening, though, because there's lots happening at the moment, and tennis it's begun. Let's say this. So the Australian Open doesn't start till next Monday officially, but they've got a whole week of proceedings over there at Melbourne Park. Here in Adelaide, we've got the Adelaide International at the Drive. You heard through the FIVEAA news some of the score updates. We've been following this throughout today, so already a loss for Emerson Jones in straight sets, which is a shame, a young Aussie female who's doing really well. Ola Tomljanovic got a win, which was great. So she's through to the next round.
Who's on court at the moment? Who are we?
Alexi Popram.
Alexi Popram, that's right. Yeah, he's on court as we speak.
He was in a second set tiebreak. The screens flicked away from him. I missed it because it was just the start of our show. I'm assuming he lost the tiebreak. Am I right? He has. So
he's out. Alexi's out as well. He goes out in the first round. That's a shame. I mean, they're playing. Yes, yes, they need the win. I mean, that's important to get those matches into the body and get themselves ready. But what they've got here in this ATP, I mean, the points that they grab and hold on to and then can look and use as the season unfolds, they're so valuable. That makes this Adelaide International such an event. They're here playing Dinkum, wanting to go late to grab hold of those points. That's a very, very important part of the whole event. Yes, it's a beautiful, fantastic event. I think you're heading down tonight after we finish.
I can't wait because it's a massive game. We've got Thanasi Kokonakis, who's of course he's the superstar of the tournament,
correct,
and the hometown hero up against Sebastian Korda, who's a great American. He's going to be great to watch against Thanasi tonight.
He's got a little bit of form, Seb Korda. I mean, he's a beauty. They get around it very, very well. So, gee whiz, that one's you'll be able to give it a view, and we'll have some try and keep you up to date through the night, no doubt. We'll be doing that.
Who's getting involved with the tennis season and who's enjoying it so far? Because it's already been on our screens for a week with the United Cup and Brisbane International and things. 8223 0000 is our number. Let's hear from the Australian Open organiser Craig Tiley on how big the Australian Open will be.
Really excited. We've got many more tickets that we've sold ever before. Obviously, opening week's a new opportunity. We'll get fans coming every day. Great tennis to watch in qualifying. We've got the $1.1 million Slam on Wednesday night, the launch night, the opening night with Roger Federer on Saturday night, Kids Tennis Day all day Saturday, and of course all of our exhibition matches every single night. So this is a big week. Put a lot of energy into the next 2 weeks. It's 21 days of music, 21 days of food. It'll be a record-breaking event for us, and we feel great that we can impact the city of Melbourne, the economy in Australia, and also just showcasing this great country and our great city to the world.
So there's Craig Tiley.
It's interesting, isn't it? I mean, you talk, they're having a game of tennis. No, they're impacting, the global economy, the city of Melbourne, our country of Australia. All of
Sports people don't think of that.
Not at all, do they? I mean, there's outselling tickets that they've done, sold more tickets already. It's still a week away, the Australian Open. They're getting ready, playing all the qualifying events there as we speak, getting ready. But the tournament itself doesn't kick off for another week. And, so it's, it is massive. Great fun. And, get along and enjoy, and certainly keep watching and listening. We'll keep you up to date as best we can.
Who watched the Strikers lose last night? It was for a neutral viewer. I think it was an exciting game of cricket because you had 200 plus on the board for both teams in the runs. But
220, 230.
For our Adelaide Strikers, we needed to win that against Perth last night.
Stay in it.
And we allowed too many runs at the start. That power play was very hurtful. None for 69 off the first 4 overs for the Scorchers. They killed us.
They belted it, didn't they? They hit it where we didn't have any fielders. A lot of them out in the seats, of course, but they just hit it so clean. Mitch Marsh was brilliant, wasn't he?
Amazing.
He's terrific. I mean, he'll captain the Australian T20 side as it moves into its tournament and World Cup. So, look, he's in great form, but he knows that and leads from the front and does it so very, very well. And they posted that score and really did ask a question of the Strikers. If you've got it, well, let's see it, because it was a very, very, very impressive performance from the visitors.
Well, we're going to speak to Matt Short, the captain of the team, later on tonight. And good to see Alex Carey back in the team playing well, 70-odd runs. He and Matt Short both hit 50s, but it wasn't enough because a middle order collapse let it go by. So they play at the MCG against the Melbourne Stars tomorrow. Then they're back home against the Renegades on Saturday evening. And we have tickets to the FIVEAA Strikers Lounge for the very last time. We'll see our Strikers this season at Adelaide Oval.
Adelaide Oval Saturday night.
Make sure you're in the running to get that chance.
Up against the Melbourne Renegades, who always, they've just spread. They're not, and it's such a shame. I mean, I think both sides not going to make through to the final playoff. But the last game of the year, it will be great. They support, and let's get on. Let's see if we can leave a bit of a statement to our fans who get along and do support.
Speaking of a statement needed, Adelaide United need one, and they've got the original rivalry this weekend against Melbourne Victory. And what a time to rev ourselves up, because we went down, well, it was a draw in there, but it felt like a bit of a loss because we were 2-2 against Wellington Phoenix, which we should have won this over in New Zealand. But we're up 2-0 with about 30 minutes left in the game. Let's hear from Craig Goodwin post-match.
Yeah, game in 2 halves. Perhaps the conditions contributed a little bit to that. That's why I chose to go that particular way in the first half. Felt the conditions suited it better. They came out more aggressive. We didn't retain the ball as well as we did in the first half, hence why we didn't get as many chances in a counter-attack. The space was there. We knew that they would come out more aggressive, and to their credit, they did it well, and unfortunately, we conceded the 2 goals.
Disappointing.
But yes, it's very much so. Yeah, to lead 2-0, I mean, just ask the questions of that way, and they come back and then grab it, and it's a long trip back from New Zealand, having let an opportunity like that get past, and how do you go? Where do you go? Get back together and try and get it organised from there.
And our 36ers had a tough one too on Friday night.
Start me on the
Tassie Jack Jumpers. We heard from John Casey last Friday night. He said they're the best defensive team along with Adelaide in the comp. They were fully healthy, expecting a real low-scoring game. Didn't expect us to only have 27 points to half-time.
They had their lowest, I think it was...
Lowest score for the year.
Lowest Adelaide. Score for the year, that's right.
72 to 80.
Yes, I mean, they were just held so tight. Second quarter in particular, I think it was about 27-11 or something like that. I mean, it was just an amazing difference in those scores. And look, Sam Groth, who coaches those Jack Jumpers... Scotty, sorry, but he just... Sam... he's the
tennis player.
Tennis player.
Politician.
Yeah, well, near enough. Yeah.
Multi-talented.
Yeah. But it was just, they just were so well organised and so in such belief of their own game, the Jack Jumpers. They knew how they could go about it, knew what they had to do, and absolutely delivered. I thought they were tremendous.
Let's hear from the 36ers coach, Mike Wells. He had a different spin on it.
We won 3 quarters. We didn't have a free throw in the first half. 5-minute stretch of the second quarter that we were outscored 15-2. I give them a ton of credit. They're well coached. They're a good physical team. You know, they're a team that you can play good against and you can lose. We won quarters. We just had a little bit of a flame out right there where we couldn't generate some offense. It's a hard one to lose at home, but you give them a ton of credit.
Well, that's an interesting way to put it.
Yeah,
It was
that's an
positive.
interesting review.
It felt
isn't
like
it?
excuses at the same time.
Yeah, we needed, I needed him to be a bit more passion involved in that response. I guess, look, they're top of the ladder. Yeah, why?
19 and 5.
Yeah, 19
Go on,
5.
all right.
19 wins, 5 losses. I mean, they are so much. You know, their best is so much better than the others. And 19-5. What do we? Okay, yeah, they let one slip, and yeah, that's a shame. A sold out crowd as always at the Adelaide Entertainment Centre, but to let that one slip, and that was disappointing. Disappointing.
Have your say on that? Did you go? Have you watched 8223 0000, the weekend of sport for our Adelaide teams? Definitely want your thoughts around all those, the Reds, the Sixers and the Strikers, if you've been watching closely. And you might not have been watching this closely, though, if you're watching over in the UK over the weekend. How about this for a story? And this is going to set up our talk topic today.
This is the topic.
You brought this to my attention, Flip, so please present to me the story you want to tell.
This is as good as it can possibly get, except if you're a Crystal Palace supporter, of course. But FA Cup, I mean, Crystal Palace are the cup holders. They're just brilliant. The way they go about it, and they keep it going, their belief, and hold that cup a lot. You know, it's just brilliant. Well, I think it was about third round. They're up against, you beauty, up against Macclesfield.
Oh, Macclesfield.
Macclesfield, yeah, the home of the Silkmen. You know, don't you worry about that. Bar 27 at their club rooms, and just brilliant. And yeah, they're in the 6th division.
So they're not too high up.
No, well, if you look at where Crystal Palace is placed, and then you crow down through all of the various teams, you know, Division 1, Division 2, 6th division. Yeah, if you go from Crystal Palace down to Macclesfield, they are 117 spots lower than Crystal Palace, and they've got them at home. Yeah,
firmly underdog.
Yes.
Did you say that?
Macclesfield won.
What? Hang on.
Macclesfield.
They won.
Crystal Palace.
Knocked them out of the FA Cup.
Out of the FA Cup. And on they go into the next round. It is just brilliant. What a story.
Let's hear it.
Crystal Palace in the muddle. It came through to Buckley Ricketts, and it's in. Oh, how about this? It's a horror show for the goalkeeper. It's a horror show for the holders. Macclesfield 2, Crystal Palace 0. If not the greatest shock in FA Cup history, it is certainly one of them.
They are the Silkmen. They get home against Crystal Palace. Just an amazing story. We saw some vision on telly. It was incredible, wasn't it? Yeah, 2-1 they ended up winning. Crystal Palace ended up scoring late. A beautiful free kick, got it done, bent it like Beckham. But 2-1 and the crowd just over the moon. Saw them coming onto the pitch at the end of the game. The mighty Silkmen. Macclesfield, you beauty.
That is a brilliant underdog story. So we thought we'd throw it out there.
Yes.
When did the underdog prevail? Give us a call and tell us about, do you have a memory? Because a lot of people would remember at least one game of some sort, be it a local match you might have played against, you know, one of the local suburban footy teams or cricket teams or something, or is it a high-profile elite sport where you've seen an underdog just shock you and it stayed with you because there's so many great underdog stories.
And they can happen, and they don't have to be, as I say, we're not talking about international sport or anything like that, Olympics, it doesn't have to be. But, yeah, just that local netball game up the road. There's no way you could beat him in the baseball. You're kidding me. What chance you got of beating those guys? That story, please. That's what we want to hear. 8223 0000 is the number.
I want to sort of throw out, so 2016 was the best year. It was the year of the underdog. Do you remember there was about 6 different global or Australian, American, UK tournaments where... AFL included, where the underdog got up and won the championship. So you remember the Western Bulldogs won 2016. That was from 7th. No one's ever done that.
Yes.
So the Dogs got up. The NBA, the Cleveland Cavaliers came back from 3-1 down in the finals. They had to win the last 4 games to claim it, and they did. And then you have Leicester City in the EPL. That was unheard of.
What price were they? They were
no chance. They should have been relegated, but then they came and shocked everyone. Chicago Cubs ended a 108-year World Series Major League Baseball drought. That's huge.
Incredible.
2016 champions. NRL, the Cronulla Sharks got up 50 years. They'd never won a flag, and they did. And then how about our own backyard here, Adelaide United, the Reds in the A-League, won their first title. They were winless in the first 8 rounds of the season
and
went on and win it.
Piecing it together and get it done from there.
Year of the underdog, 2016.
They just kept getting it done. Mine, I mean, it's just, it is the most incredible victory. I mean, how it happened, the way it happened, what happened, and it's 2 words. I mean, it is Stephen Bradbury.
Oh, no.
What?
You can't know that there is a ban on Stephen Bradbury on this show.
Is there a ban? He's a gold medalist.
We can't be starting the year with Stephen Bradbury. Of all choices, Flip, you should know better.
I don't know. I thought you sat down and
Rowie and Timmy would have been throwing themselves off the road right now in their cars here and that. You got something better than surely Stephen Bradbury cannot be your choice.
Well, I've got another one, and as an underdog and to come from nowhere and to win, it's just an incredible story. Stephen Bradbury, I thought would be a perfect one to go.
Not acceptable.
Not
here.
Okay, double. Sorry, I thought ice, racing, ice racing, and at the Olympics might be a sport, but obviously I'm wrong again. No troubles at all. The other one I'm thinking is a game of cricket, where the underdog has got no chance. So this was New Zealand versus Australia, the 3rd one-day international at Wellington, late March 1986.
Okay.
Incredible. And, New Zealand batting first, 9 for 229 off the 50 overs in tough conditions. I know that.
Yep.
And then the wickets fell, and it was really ordinary. I think Australia 5 for 140, and it was just no chance. And then this young guy came out to bat for Australia, a young guy, Steve Waugh was his name.
Yeah.
And, the chase went on, and Australia got there with 3 balls to spare.
Great.
Up against Richard Hadley, Ewan Chatfield, Martin Crowe bowling, Johnny Bracewell with his off-spinners. So it was just no chance of getting, but an incredible partnership between Steve Waugh and the other player of the match, Steve Waugh and me.
You have not just done that. You've just wedged your way in to our topic tonight. What did you score?
Well, just looking at 53 off 32 balls and, 9 fours and just an incredible innings. And, basically steered Australia to victory. It was one of the most ridiculous comments I've ever made in cricket. Steve Waugh came out to bat and we were needing 10 and over. We had no chance to get him. And he said to me, "What do you think?" And I said, "Well, with your youth and my talent, we'll get these." And we did. And, so there you go. So I'm not allowed to have Steve Bradbury. So I've got a little bit of me in there.
I don't know what's worse, but that is fantastic. 24 minutes after 4. When did the underdog prevail? 8223 0000 is our number. Strikers Lounge tickets to give away for Saturday. And Wade Ormsby's going to speak with us. We've got Peter Dacos on the program. Darren Reeves, the Port Adelaide assistant. He was in the dugout for the Strikers
last night. Incredible.
Find out why.
Correct.
Matt Short's going to join us from the Strikers and your calls as well. 8223 0000 straight after the break.
The JK Dealer stock run-out sale is now on. Don't miss great run-out deals on a massive range of campers, pop-tops, caravans and more. With dealer stock ready for delivery and flexible finance options, there's never been a better time to start your next adventure. These deals are too good to miss. Trade in and trade up to a new Jayco. For great deals from Australia's most trusted manufacturer, visit Jayco Adelaide today, 130 West Beach Road. Don't miss out. Ends January 17th.
Here's a stat you need to hear. Literally, 1 in 6 Australians are living with some sort of hearing loss. It's hard to notice because it creeps up on you, but it doesn't have to get in the way of things. Not if you do something about it now. Can Do Hearing can provide solutions to make living with hearing loss so much better. And your options are almost endless. Book an appointment with Can Do Hearing. candohearing.com.au. That sounds better.
26 after 4. Think surf fishing, think camping on the beach, think mates, family, get the barbecue out and a line in the water. Yes, you're thinking right. It's the 47th annual Kingston Southeast Surf Fishing Contest and it's back Saturday the 17th of January and Sunday the 18th. It is at the 90 Mile Beach between Kingston and Salt Creek. Beautiful. Just a few hours drive from the city this weekend, the perfect summer road trip.
And yes, of course, the water there is clean. pristine. The beach is as beautiful and the fishing is as good as ever. There's $25,000 in prizes too, Toke. Juniors and senior categories, beach access for standard vehicles, plus food, drinks and a bouncy castle for those young ones.
Haven't had a little fish in a while, haven't thrown the cast out for a bit? Well, here's your chance. This weekend, you can fix that. Search Kingston Southeast Surf Fishing Contest on Facebook. Register by the 16th of January. This event is supported by the SA Government.
Control Air Australia now brings you the VTEX, the rapid chill system that's perfect for restaurants, celladors, pubs and liquor stores. Who else can chill a bottle of wine in under 180 seconds? It's this tech and other energy-saving systems that allow Control Air Australia to cut your power bills, keep your produce fresher for longer and deliver reliable service teams on site within hours. Control Air Australia, commercial refrigeration and air conditioning. The cool behind South Australia's biggest brands. Visit controlairaaustralia.com.au.
Here's another powerful reason to choose Tyre Power. We're 100% Aussie owned and 100% independent. And we reckon that's more important than ever. Visit tyrepower.com.au or call 13 21 91 for your local independent owner.
Well, isn't this ideal? Prime position on the deck, blue skies, smooth seas. How good are cruises?
Make your cruise booking a breeze, and you could win a $5,000 REA travel voucher for your next holiday. Search REA Cruise today.
Whoa, watch the wings.
T's and C's exclusions and eligibility criteria apply. Promoter is REA. To enter, book and pay a deposit on a new ocean or river cruise with REA Travel by 28 February 2026. Full T's and C's available from travel.rea.com.au.
5AA's Summer Sports Show.
28 after 4, Wayne Phillips, Sam Tugwell taking your calls. When did the underdog prevail? 8223 0000. Dirk sent in a text saying, happy last show of 2026, Flipper. thrown in a Bradbury and then followed it up with an all-due credit. You've had a shocker. It's a little bit there.
Dirk, love it.
And this one from Stephen, 81-82, South Australia winning the Shield. They were bottom 2 years before, no wins halfway through the season, and then came home winning to win the Shield. Stephen, thank you. That's a good one.
Yeah, it was a beauty. Beat Victoria in the final match. Had to get maximum points there and did it against the Vics down at the Adelaide Oval. Just brilliant. And Jeff Crow hit one just off his hip behind square. And, I ran the single with him. And, that was it. That's what we had to do to win. And, grab the Shield and enjoy it. It was just brilliant.
What a great moment for you and South Australia. 29 after 4. Here's your traffic.
Afternoon at Globe Derby Park. Delays clearing from nearly a smash on the north-south motorway at Globe Derby Drive. Melbourne, another collision there. Crossroad near Doothie Street and Crafers West. A truck broken down the freeway up track near Eagle on the Hill. Cameras at Grange Road Grange and Pine Avenue Glenelg North. Every minute of every day, a child is admitted to hospital. Help make it a happier place with a $30 donation to the Starlight Foundation every month. Donate today at starlight.org.au. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Let's get to our callers at Yankalilla. Hi, Adrian.
G'day, lads. How are you?
Very well.
Terrific, Adrian. Thank you.
Hey, thanks for having us on. My one is I used to play for the Rapid Bay Cricket Club back many years ago, and it was 1994, I think. I was 14 years old. We were the under-16 team, and we went up against Galway, who did not lose a game all year. They smashed everybody. They had two left-armers that were just destroying everyone. We went out there with a couple of underage kids. One included Gary Putland, who played for South Australia,
Fantastic.
but he was way underage at the time, but he still had to fill in because we didn't have many numbers down at Rapid Bay. And they basically bounced us all day. A few guys got knocked early and had to go off, but it came down to these last kids, and Gary Putland was going to be last in. And, they bounced one of our young fellas, took a top edge, went flying over the keeper for three, and we won the game. They didn't lose any game except the grand final. Fantastic.
Unbelievable. I mean, that Rapid Bay Oval is just magnificent, Adrian. I went past there the other day and on the way back through Gary Putland's hometown there just up the road. But what a magnificent spot. Yeah, and look, the primary school as well. It's just what a gorgeous spot it is there, Rapid Bay.
Oh, bloody oath. We were lucky enough to grow up there as kids, and there's not many ovals like it in the world, and there's one right down the road from us. So it's a great spot.
Special. Spectacular. Thanks, Adrian. Thanks for the call, buddy. Well done.
Great yarn. 8223 0000. Join in. We'd love to get your stories. When did the underdog prevail? Can be a local yarn, can be one you've watched on telly or live. Love to get your stories. What are you looking at?
A very quick text. Thanks, Jeff. Appreciate it. The text message. Thank you. Has anyone mentioned Bradbury?
He's a ban on Bradbury on this show.
How can there be? What a ridiculous topic.
4:30 headlines coming up.
This is 5AA News. Always Adelaide.
Good afternoon, Tamira Francis with the 4:30 news headlines. Former New Zealand PM Jacinta Ardern has pulled out of Adelaide Writers' Week. Federal politicians will return to work 2 weeks early to debate hate speech and gun laws drafted in the wake of the Bondi terror attack. The Labor government's latest pre-election pledge. And in sport, power young gun Tom Cochrane has been dealt a cruel pre-season blow, bracing for up to 12 weeks on the sidelines. Now checking 5AA traffic.
Afternoon at Globe Derby Park, delays clearing from nearly a smash on the north-south motorway in Globe Derby Drive. Melbourne, another collision there, Crossroad near Doothie Street, and Crafers West, a truck broken down the freeway up track near Eagle on the Hill. Cameras at Grange Road Grange and Pine Avenue Glenelg North. Every minute of every day, a child is admitted to hospital. Help make it a happier place with a $30 donation to the Starlight Foundation every month. Donate today at starlight.org.au. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
The 5AA forecast clear and down to 13 overnight, sunny and a top of 31 tomorrow. Right now it's 27 degrees. We'll have more news for you at 5 on 5AA. Always Adelaide.
How far would you go for your dream kitchen? And how far would you go to get free installation? How about 15 minutes up the freeway to Balhanna Kitchens by Design? 2. The largest showroom in the Adelaide Hills. Custom build your dream with our award-winning designers and get free installation on your cabinets with laminate bench tops. For a limited time, of course. Balhanna Kitchens by Design. It's not too far to go to make your dream a reality. balhannakitchens.com.au.
There's a difference between being served and being helped. Often at a big hardware franchise, you're just being served. At Mowers Plus Salisbury, we're here to help. We ask the right questions. Then we can help you pick what works from a huge range of brands and options. Decades of know-how and a workshop that keeps everything you own running like new. No gimmicks, no nonsense. Just genuine service from people who care. Google Mowers Plus Salisbury and trust your garden to us.
CMAX Clinical Research is seeking healthy volunteers to join a clinical trial that could help advance the future of metabolic health. If you're aged 18 to 65 and generally healthy, you might be eligible to help study a potential new treatment for metabolic syndrome. Spend 8 nights at CMAX in Adelaide CBD, attend 1 follow-up visit and get paid for your time. Ready to make your mark on medical research? Apply today at cmax.com.au.
Some things are worth waiting for, like tickets to your favourite concert, waiting for a nice bottle of Red to breathe, or waiting for the kids to finally unpack the dishwasher. But waiting to get your air conditioner serviced just before summer or winter really hits? It's just not worth the pain. Get in touch with Morford Air now for servicing or a new system. Put it at the top of your to-do list. When it's too hot or cold to bear, reach for the Morford Air. morfordair.com.au.
Morford.
Buckle up and turn it up in the new Mitsubishi Outlander. With luxurious massage seats up front and dynamic Yamaha sound all round. It's a bit rock and roll. Add to that leather seats, panoramic sunroof, bold lines and premium tech, and you're ready to pull out of that rockstar park and get the show on the road. New Mitsubishi Outlander, backed by Mitsubishi 1010 and ready to rock. Available on selected models, T's and C's apply.
5AA's Summer Sports Show.
25 minutes to 5. Darren Reeves at 5 o'clock. Your calls 8223 0000 and Adelaide Strikers 5AA Sports Lounge double pass to give away. Our call topic tonight, we've been discussing when did the underdog prevail.
Great underdog prevailing. Yes, a beauty, yeah. The one that led us to us was Macclesfield beating Crystal Palace. The 6th Division, Macclesfield getting home against Crystal Palace in the FA Cup. The Silkmen getting it done.
Amazing. Rowie and Timmy back next Monday. Wayne Phillips and Sam Tugwell with you. And we want to talk to the winner of last Friday's Blitz Golf at Kionga. This was awesome because we were building up to it. We spoke to Darcy Fogarty during the week last week.
Yeah, he was playing.
He was nervous as.
Well, I think Travis Head got back and played. Yes.
Oh, and weren't there some highlights of that over the weekend? If you missed it, get on socials. Travis Head's putt was unbelievable. But the winner was Wade Ormsby, of course, Adelaide-based live golfer himself. Wade, great to have you on.
Hello, guys. Hello, Sam. Hello, Wayne.
Well, congratulations to you. How much did you enjoy the atmosphere in the event as a whole?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I think being there at Kionga this year, a bit of a natural amphitheatre down there and a few other stars there. So it was pretty cool. The turnout was great, and there's a lot of people out there, which is always nice to play in front of crowds.
Yeah, exactly right. I mean, just the interest and just the numbers walking with you and being able to get up close and personal. Hey, Wade, where is the trophy? I saw you holding on to it. Where is it now? It's a reasonable size.
It's sitting next to the TV upstairs. I've got to give it back this week, so I thought I'd take it home for a few days and give it back to Simon. So shame it's not a cup or something. You can't drink anything out of it. It's a big lightning bolt, blitz bolt.
It was just fantastic. The teams, the way they put it together. I mean, it's just such enthusiasm. And you guys as players, professionals, but other sports people, they just want to get involved and enjoy.
Yeah, it was nice to have a good date for the event this year, kind of after the Ashes finished and a bit of a lull before the Australian Open, so the perfect time to put on a nice sporting event here in Adelaide. People love live sports, so around a great place like Kionga and perfect weather. We had plenty of people out there, like we said, and I think the galleries were a bit closer than what some of the boys really wanted. It actually looked quite tight for us. I didn't know what people like Jordan Dawson and Trav and all those guys that don't do golf for a living were feeling like over the tee shots, but no, it was all good.
Yeah, it's just fantastic. I mean, just to be able to do that, but I mean, and as you say, just hear the way you're talking, but to be able to play back here, in your home state, with mates and all that sort of thing, it must be so special, pal.
Yeah, it's always good to play home. I haven't done it that much during my career, just because so many events have been overseas for the first 20 odd years of my career. So any time you get to play home, it is a little bit more special. And around golf course, you're halfway. No, I played a lot around Kionga as a junior, but not so much lately. But no, it's just nice to see so many kids out there. And obviously with Trav having done what he's done in the last 6 weeks and probably the last 3 years, he's probably our biggest sportsman in this state, probably since Leighton Hewitt. So plenty of people out there just to watch Trav in general. Doesn't matter what he's doing, to see him up close and playing golf. And he's obviously a talented boy at most things he touches, and he's having fun out there. Obviously left the sunnies on, but he was in good form.
Needed to.
I have to ask you, Wade, so how was Trav? You played in his group with Jordan Dawson and Ron Chopper, so what was he like out there? He would have come straight off the plane from Sydney, would have been a big night from winning the Ashes the day before. How was he to interact with?
He's great. I've seen him travel a little bit down to Royal Adelaide where I play and practice, so even though he's been on tour quite a bit in the last 3 or 4 months. But no, Trav was in great nick. He was, like I said, he was a bit afraid of some of the crowds a bit close to him, but no, he was typical Trav, putting on a show and having fun out there, and then he held that bomb from over the back swale on 18, so that's just... He's got 9 lives, that bloke, and he just did it again.
Well, he continued to go viral over the weekend because of that amazing putt that he had off the green and then over the hill and then in from deep. So where were you standing when that went in? The crowd just erupted.
I was trying to get a read off him, to be honest. I was on the green. I think I was on the green there, just kind of on a similar line, so I wasn't far off line. So... No, it's pretty cool. So now the crowds are really close to the green, just with blitz. There's no gallery ropes, so everyone get up and personal pretty close. So no, it's a cool atmosphere. There's a lot of people having drinks, a lot of young kids out there. It's just a nice, cool atmosphere, especially on a summer's night. So I think we're just gagging for sport like that. So I think Simon Zybeck from Blitz Golf, he's done a great job, kind of bringing a different product to the game. It's not just 4-round golf, as we've seen with Liv, and this is obviously a shorter version again. And I was kind of started off a little bit rusty, but I got the job done in the end.
So, Wade, is this the future of golf? Like, is this the way forward for the sport? We're seeing Liv Golf, and now the way Blitz has sort of come on as the T20 of golf, it's been branded. Do you think that this is sort of the way that the fans want to take in the sport?
Well, I think there's room for it. I think the fans will tell you what they want after a while. If they keep showing up for this kind of stuff, yeah, sure, there's definitely a future for it. Is it the whole future? Probably not. It's a bit like Test cricket, 4-round majors. There's always going to be room for that in golf, and same with Test cricket. And I think people just are loving the game of golf at the moment. Participation's at an all-time high in Australia, so it's just nice, like I've touched on a couple of times, to see so many kids out there, and I think that's where the future lies of the game. So if you can engage with them and socials and all that kind of stuff, you're only going to see, you're only going to get the payback on that in 5 or 15 or 5 or 10 years. And so if you can make the game exciting rather than boring, so to speak. You kind of engage with those young fans, and that's just going to grow the game. So didn't really answer your question. I think there's room for both.
Okay, the future of it. You mentioned signing balls and the young ones there. You did sign one for my eldest grandson, and now that you are now his favourite sports person ever. Thanks a lot, Wade.
I love that. Not you, Wayne.
No, not me. It's now you. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
It's just great. What about for you? And what is it now? I mean, still got some live, but then there's the Aussie tour, which is just brilliant. Asian tour, you get on that as well. I mean, how many Ks do you do a year, buddy? How many tournaments do you play?
Quite a few. I'm probably 18 to 22 to 23 weeks away this year coming, so it's still a pretty solid season. They're not always in blocks of 2 or 3 events, so sometimes you're back and forward, so there's a lot of travel. So the majority of my schedule will be built around the Asian tour and the international series, and then the Aussie stuff as well. So that's what I'm focusing on. I kind of thought about winding down, but the addiction to competition just keeps me going. And if I can grab a couple of live things here and there, I'll probably be from a reserve role. I haven't got a main gig on that. I'm probably getting a bit long in the tooth for that, but at the same time, I'd love to be back there. But that's just the way it is, and I'm more than content with where all that sits.
That final putt that you had to make, it wasn't easy, and you just snuck it in the side door as well. Yeah. You didn't want to get it in straight in the back heart of the hole?
I was quite surprised it went in, to be honest. I thought I missed it right the whole way. I didn't really know which way it was going. I don't know that place that well, but I thought I'll try and hit it as straight as I can, and I just kind of wobbled in the right side there. So people forget how you actually got the job done, but no, it was nice to win.
So Wade, we've got Live Golf, of course, 2026. It rolls back into Adelaide again. Soon it'll be in North Adelaide, which has got its own excitement to it. But the new format to it, it's gone from a 3-day product to now 4.
Yep.
What's the thinking behind that?
I guess I'm not in the boardroom for Live, so I don't know everything that's going on there. But, yeah, like you said, we've got an exciting time here in South Australia for golf at the moment. We've got the Women's Australian Open first at Kionga in a couple of weeks. Then that rolls into Live Adelaide, and the last one at Grange, and then I go across to Kionga, and then North Adelaide once that facility is all finished. So talking about the 3 to 4 rounds, I think they're desperately chasing these world ranking points, which is so important for so many of the guys playing on Live. You got so many young guns there, you got so many experienced guns there, and their world rankings are just plummeting every week that they play on Live. So you got Cam kind of ranked well outside the top 250 in the world, and he's clearly a top 5 player. So that's the problem you got. I think they're trying to appease the official World Golf Rankings, which is an independent body that sits over the top of golf, but there's a lot more connections to PGA Tour, which I guess is the main head-to-head with Live Golf. But they got to come to some kind of agreement at some point, or they got to learn to coexist, one of the two. And I think trying to push these guys out of just by not giving them world ranking points is a pretty poor way to go. But I think the game's up once they do get world ranking points. So I think that's the reason they're going from 3 to 4 rounds. It's pretty hard for probably listeners to make sense of all this because there's so many different bodies kind of involved in this chat. And hopefully that gets the job done. They want promotion and relegation off of Live. They don't want it to be a closed shop. People just getting selected rather than. So they've tried to implement some of that this year. Guys actually lost their status on the Live and they had to go back to their qualifying school called the promotions event, which finished last night. So there's so many different ways to get on and off Live now, and that's I believe is trying to appease official golf World Golf Rankings. It is OWGA, yeah. So I think that's the main focus of doing that.
It'll be amazing. I mean, for you, you've been on that pro tour for such a long period of time, mate, but seeing these younger ones come through, male and female, the way they play, their knowledge, their skill, their ability, it must be just so exciting to see them starting to emerge on the tour.
Demoralising, yeah.
Demoralising, okay.
No, exactly right. There's so many kids, and they're kind of 65 kilos ringing wet in, and they're just moving the ball seriously hard, just load up and give it to it. Like a lot of sports now, power's become such a big part of the game, and we've grown up a different way, playing the game a different way, and you just try to beat them another way, beat them the way you've always played, because you can't change your game at this point in your life. But there is so many exciting guys and girls coming through now, and men's and women's and from Australia and different parts of the world. So Golf Australia is doing a great job. Their high performance program is pushing really hard. So hopefully we can pump out some guns that we'll be able to see on the big screens in the next few years.
When you're on the tee there and you see the amateur in your group playing, what's the regular error that an amateur is making that you might be able to just give them some quick advice on how to rectify?
You'll be talking directly to me here, Wade.
No, I think going back to putting, a lot of people talk about the yips and missing short putts and that, but if you just do things simple like a little bit of string line or a little bit of chalk line or something, so you actually aim the putter where you think you're aiming it. People obviously think they're aiming at the hole, but if you just get 3, 4, 5 feet from the hole, your golf club, find a straight putt, put a little chalk line down or some kind of apparatus or a putting mirror to make sure you are aiming at the middle of the hole, that's just going to reinforce that you are actually aiming where you think you are. I think so many people miss putts purely because they're not aiming correctly, and then they've got to actually put a poor stroke on it to actually make the putt. So just a simple thing like that, I think we do hours of it to make sure we do aim where we think we're aiming, and apart from actually hitting the golf ball, I think so many people can improve around the greens and putting.
Getting it in the hole. I asked about the trophy only because I know that you're doing some renovations up at Morgan. You've got some handyman tools if you did have to build a trophy cabinet up there?
Exactly. I was actually joking around the fireplace here at home. I've got 6 kind of little cubby holes with trophies going on, and that was my 6th win last night, and so on Friday night. So I said I wanted to win 6, but I might chuck one more big one in there. I reckon, before
you can do that. You've got handyman tools from somewhere, did you, mate?
Yeah, exactly. I got them off your father, I reckon. Is that right, Wayne?
That's where we go.
Well done. Well picked up.
Well, Wade, we appreciate it.
I'll have a crack.
Very good. Well, Wade, you've just fallen into yet another trap of Wayne Phillips trying to talk himself up on today's program. I reckon that count is up to 3 now. Hey, thank you so much for your time. Congratulations again on Friday with the Blitz Golf victory, and we'll see you out there soon.
Thanks, Sam. Thanks, Wayne.
See you, Wade. See you, buddy.
Bye-bye.
Good.
Wade Ormsby, great to have a chat with, and good tip in terms of the putting. I needed that.
Wasn't that handy? I mean, you try and dress it up and complicate things. So simple. Make sure that you are aiming where you think you are. A lot of us, you've got that just at a couple of degrees off target. Well, then that's going to miss. And get out there, do that practice. A little chalk line or a bit of string you can find that straight putt and do that, and just get used to making sure that you're hitting it where you are aiming.
Sounds simple, doesn't it? It's 11 to 5. Let's take your calls straight after this. 8223 0000. When did the underdog prevail? Lots of good stories coming in on the text line, so we'll read some of them and get your calls up next. Here's your traffic.
Afternoon, got delays clearing from Nellie Smash at Globe Derby Park, the north-south 101 at Globe Derby Drive. Another collision at Melbourne, keep in mind, Crossroad near Doothing Street, but quick look at that, no great delay, so that's a good thing. And Craigville's West, a truck breakdown getting sorted, the freeway up track near the Eagle on the Hill turn-off. Coming this afternoon, Tapley's Hill Road at Fulham. Cruise the Barrier Reef with Flight Centre, book your 7-night Carnival cruise from $1,165 per person, plus $400 onboard credit now at Flight Centre. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
You know those days where you just need to blow off steam? Forget the treadmill. Forget the boring gym routine. Paddle is the fastest growing sport in the world, and it's finally in Adelaide. Think tennis meets squash, but way more social. Grab a mate, form a work team, and see what all the hype is about at PaddleFit. 4 world-class indoor paddle courts just off Port Road in Theberton. Book a court online now and try this new craze. PaddleFit in Theberton.
Hi, it's Jerry Harvey here. Did you know in Adelaide, Harvey Norman have 2 of the biggest clearance outlets at Jepps Cross and Marion? Electrical, furniture and bedding at Marion, and dedicated furniture and bedding in Jepps Cross. We've been buying all the discontinued stock from all over the country. Get in and get a bargain. Tell them Jerry sent you. Jepps Cross and Marion, Harvey Norman Clearance Centres.
Shane from Drummond Golf, you've been busy turning good golfers into great golfers.
We certainly have, Rowie. We have the best gear for golfers at all levels. And with the price match guarantee, you know you'll get the best for less.
And you'll improve their game with Mini Golf Max, big swing simulators and My Match Expert fitting. You've helped me, Shane. I shot over 200 metres the other day.
What, in the right direction, Timmy?
That's the next lesson, boys.
Lift your game with Drummond Golf, Australia's biggest golf retailer.
Steinborner Automotive in Gawler, Nuriutpa and Clare has always been well worth a trip, even more so with their 42nd birthday sale. Steinborner has purchased over 400 certified vehicles, SUVs and 4x4s, all with free roadside assist, and ripped $500,000 off normal prices across the range, with $1,500 trade-in bonus on all trade-ins. Plus, deals on new and demo Hyundai, Ford, Mitsubishi, Jack and Mazda. Visit steinborner.com.au.
We've all had it happen, even I have. I'm talking about that sliding patio door or window that you have to wrestle with to open and close. Luckily, Rollerco were able to get the parts I needed to fix it, and if I can do it, you can do it. For over 40 years, Rollerco have been making, fixing and supplying parts for all sorts of sliding doors and windows. Do what I did. Call into Shop 3, 26 Jacobson Crescent at Holden Hill, or visit the website, rollerco.com.au. They'll get you rolling.
SA Seafood isn't just safe, it's the best. Best when it's bought fresh from your local supermarket or fishmonger. Best shared with friends over a long lunch. And when you're at the beach, best from the fish and chip shop with a little bit of chicken salt. Buying SA Seafood is the best thing you can do for our fishing industry. It helps our state thrive, and nothing tastes better. So buy the best. Buy SA Seafood.
A message from the Government of South Australia.
5AA's Summer Sports Show.
8 minutes to 5. Wayne Phillips and Sam Tugwell with you here on 5AA, taking your calls. 8223 0000. When did the underdog prevail? Got lots of texts. Suze is very good. I want to read that before we get to the news. Let's go to David Aberfoyle Park first. Hi, David.
G'day, guys. How you going?
Very well. Thanks, David.
Big sport, there's a lot of underdog stories you can go back. You know, America's Cup and 101 Melbourne Cup back in 2015. But
yeah, Prince of Penzance.
The Red Sox. 2004, the Red Sox come back from 0-3 to win their first World Series in 84 years to break the curse of the Bambino. So there you go.
Yes, very good call. Let's have a quick listen to the highlight.
Back to Falk. Red Sox fans have longed to hear it. The Boston Red Sox are world champions.
There's a good doco on that, actually, I believe. Yeah,
They go back and recount
it
it
a
all.
while back. Yeah, so that's a great one. If you're interested in the story, David, thanks for bringing it up. It's well worth looking into. Let's head to WA. Collie. Hi, Troy.
Hey, Happy New Year, boys. How you going?
Happy New Year to you, Troy.
Hey, Troy.
Yeah, good. Hey, I think one of the best ones, and it's 50 years this year for the Australian Open for the tennis, it was the Battle of the Moustaches in the men's final. In 1976, Mark Edmondson, I think.
Oh, of course.
My research said that he was ranked number 212 against John Newcombe.
Wow.
And, yeah, and obviously Edmondson's the last male to win the Australian Open. But he didn't even know how to handle the trophy, boys. He dropped it. There you go. So 50 years ago.
Isn't that incredible? Yeah, what was
years.
it there? Overcame Newcombe, 6-7, 6-3, 7-6, 6-1. So won in 3 sets to 1, best of 5. He went on to win 4 Australian Opens double titles in the 80s and the French Open in 85. Mark Edmondson, unseeded.
Against the number 2 seed. Incredible.
Yeah.
But, yeah, the Battle of the Moustaches. Let's hear from Mark in the post-match.
And here he is, the new champion of Australia, Mark Edmondson, ladies and gentlemen. I bet you haven't even got a victory speech prepared, have you?
Nah. I had nothing to lose today, or the last few matches I've played in the tournament, and I got nervous last night and slept it off, I think, so...
Brilliant. Brilliant highlight.
So, and the way he told you, very, very, normal, just relaxed. And, I mean, he had nothing to lose, and he came out and played and beat him on grass, of course. It would have been back in those days. And, to beat the great man, John Newcombe. Incredible. Another text comes through. Thanks, Mike. Hi, boys. Tiger Woods, 2019, the comeback, winning the Masters for his 15th major. 11 years after his last win. Well done.
Remember watching
What a performance.
That was magical.
Wasn't it?
That was really one of the great sporting moments of all time. Sue's text just quickly. I played hockey when I was younger. Only quit at age 55. My David and Goliath story is this. I played one season in A1. I wasn't really up to the standard, but they were shorter players. We were the bottom of the ladder, scheduled to play the unbeatable Burnside. Even the papers were against them. They said they were going to get smashed. Scores were 0-0 with seconds to go. Yes. Everyone already in shock of the fact that it was not going to be. Yeah, they were in the game. Even more so when the players started arguing with the umpire. Play hadn't been stopped. I seized the opportunity, grabbed the loose ball, ran it in, and scored from 0 to hero.
Well
Sue,
done,
great storytelling.
Sue. Well done,
Great
Sue.
yarn.
Just brilliant. Is anyone from Burnside who was there and was
game.
involved in arguing with the umpire when Sue ran past with the ball on the end of the on the stick and then into the net and they grabbed the win 1-0. How good's that?
That would have been some good celebrations, Sue. Thank you. Let's go to Anthony at Plimpton Park. Hi, Anthony.
Good afternoon, Sam and Flipper. How are we on this nice Monday afternoon?
Very well, thank you, mate. Tough, beautiful.
I'm good, thank you. Flip, just a quick question for you about the Big Bash.
Yes.
Why are teams hell bent on bowling first in the 2020 over game? I mean, I don't know the stats, but I would say the team batting first would win more times than they lose.
Well, there's a few different theories regarding, depending on what those conditions are when the bat flip is done, and then you invite the opposition to do their batting. Then when you come out to bat and the lights come on and it's the weather changes and the dew comes into it and things like that, the ball goes a bit straighter, doesn't swing, allows you to swing harder at it, so you can set up your chase a little bit better. But we'll certainly be putting the question to Matty Short when we speak to him a little bit later. But that's become a real part of how they go about it, being able to target the score, know exactly what it is, and knowing that perhaps those little bit of the conditions are then favouring the side batting second.
Very good question, Anthony. Thank you. We'll take a break. 5 o'clock news. In the next hour, we will speak to Max Short, so we'll put that to him.
Do that, but one, of course, John sends in the text 0448 08 1395. Who was the Aussie speed skater who came from fourth to win the Olympic gold?
No, John, it's banned. No Bradbury references. Not allowed. It's 1 minute to 5.
Planning your next holiday? The local travel experts at Spark Travel are just a phone call away. Reach out today for a chat and let's start planning your holiday together. Spark Travel, where the journey begins with a conversation. sparktravel.com.au.
Adelaide's local, trusted and truly connected talkback radio station. 5AA. Always Adelaide.
A Piermount Hotel is your place to raise a glass, enjoy a great meal and settle in. Download Piermount's First Draft loyalty app to unlock perks, rewards, cheeky offers and member benefits across all 7 Piermount hotels, including the Albion. Plus, your first draft is on us. Enjoy a $10 bonus just for signing up. One app, endless rewards for locals who love their local. Visit piermount.com.au to explore our hotels and download First Draft today.
Go Vita, your local health food shops. With 40 years health and wellness experience and over 300 natural health practitioners specialising in you.
Hi, I'm Sue from Go Vita Semaphore. Save 40% on Nutrivital Premium Liver Support 60 tabs. Now only $26.35. Formulated with standardised milk thistle to support healthy liver function. Always read the label, use only as directed.
Go Vita, Colonnades, Fairview Green, Marion, Mount Barker, Semaphore and Tanunda.
Living with diabetes? Ditch finger pricks with Freestyle Libre. Freestyle Libre is a small wearable sensor that monitors your glucose levels and trends and sends them straight to your phone. Instant, up-to-date feedback. No finger pricks. How good is that? And you can trial Freestyle Libre for only $15. Just head to freestylelibre.com.au to find out how. T's and C's apply. Follow directions for use. Read warnings before purchase. Free yourself from finger pricks with Freestyle Libre.
Local news and information first. This is 5AA News. Always Adelaide.
Clear and down to 13 overnight, sunny and a top of 31 tomorrow. Good evening with the 5 o'clock news. I'm Tamira Francis.
Nurse Next Door Home Care Services. Stay in your own home on your terms. nursenextdoor.com.au.
Federal politicians will return to work 2 weeks early to debate hate speech and gun laws drafted in the wake of the Bondi terror attack. Parliament was due to begin on the 2nd of February, but now will return next Monday, the 19th of January. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese says the sitting will begin with a condolence motion to honour the 15 victims of the Bondi shooting.
There's been agreement with the opposition about the wording of that condolence motion. It will be an opportunity for the Parliament to come together and convey our sympathies to the loved ones of those murdered by these terrorists.
Former New Zealand PM Jacinda Ardern has pulled out of Adelaide Writers' Week. Ms Ardern joins 114 authors who have withdrawn from the event in solidarity with author and academic Dr Randa Abdel Fattah, whose appearance at the 2026 festival was cancelled last week. The chair and several directors have also resigned from the board. If re-elected in March, the state government is promising to make IVF fertility treatments cheaper for thousands of South Australian families. The Premier says the $2,000 rebates will be available to help with the out-of-pocket costs for up to 2 IVF cycles. In addition, women will also be eligible for a $250 rebate for pre-IVF fertility testing. Premier Peter Malinowskis says no one should be denied parenthood due to finances.
No one should be denied the miracle of life and children simply because IVF's beyond their means financially.
The rebate will be means tested with households requiring an income of $180,000 or less to qualify. The Liberal Party is set to announce its IVF policy in the coming weeks. Australian actress Rose Byrne has won her first Golden Globe Awards in Los Angeles. She's been judged Best Actress in a musical or comedy film for the dramedy If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. Fellow Aussies Jacob Elordi pipped for the Best Male Actor in a Supporting Role awarded to Stellan Skarsgård. The New South Wales police officer who ended the Bondi Junction stabbing attack has been diagnosed with a rare aggressive form of breast cancer. Inspector Amy Scott confronted and shot the attacker dead after he killed 6 people in 2024. Police Minister Yasmin Catley says it's devastating news for such an incredible individual.
On the night of the attack in Bondi, when the Premier and I went over to the police station, the commander over there, Jodie, the first thing she said to me was, the first call she got was from Amy Scott. Do you need me there now?
Now turning to 5AA Sport. Port Adelaide son of a gun, Tom Cochrane, has been dealt a crushing blow, bracing for up to 12 weeks on the sidelines. The 19-year-old suffered a significant hamstring injury at training this morning. Meantime, Pat Voss has given an insight into training alongside Mason Cox, describing the former Magpie as loud but an energy boost for the Dockers. Voss admitted he hadn't watched much of the Americans' work at Collingwood, but stopped short of declaring if Cox is better than his first thought.
I only watched him play one game, and that was that semi-final against Richmond, so he's lived up to that. He's been pretty good.
And the Australian summer of tennis rolls on, with the focus now on the Adelaide International and Australian Open qualifying. Aussie Alexei Popyrin has lost his first round match and Emerson Jones also going down in straight sets. Tonight, Tanazi Kokkinakis will play another American, Sebastian Korda, at centre court. Now checking 5AA traffic.
At Marvin, a crash to look out for, Crossroad near Doothie Street. Quite big delays with the truck breaking down at Crowfoss West at the moment. The freeway uptrack near Eagle on the Hill, and road closures in place for the two at Anna to set up around Victoria Square. Bit sluggish at the moment. Cameras at Adelphi Terrace, Glenelg North, and Cudmore Terrace at Henley Beach. Every minute of every day, a child is admitted to hospital. Help make it a happier place with a $30 donation to the Starlight Foundation every month. Donate today at starlight.org.au. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Now the 5AA forecast. Clear and down to 13 overnight. Sunny and 31 tomorrow. Wednesday, sunny and 29. Thursday, partly cloudy and 26. Friday, cloud clearing and 29. Right now, it's 28 degrees on 5AA. Now let's hear what's happening on 9 News tonight.
I'm Alice Monfries. Tonight, a violent arrest of an alleged erratic driver in Plympton South. 27 fires still burning in Victoria. 1 life lost and more than 300 properties destroyed. Bulk billing balloons, but patients are paying more. And the young Crow star ready to take the competition by storm. Our exclusive with Dan Curtin. 9 News, your news, nightly at 6 on 9 and 9 Now.
When you book a hearing test with Can Do Hearing, you'll be seen by an accredited audiologist. Can Do Hearing is South Australian, and we're not owned by a hearing aid manufacturer. This means we only recommend what's going to work for you, and your options are almost endless. Plus the extra bonus? Our profits go to Can Do for Kids, supporting local kids living with hearing and vision loss. Book an appointment with Can Do Hearing today. candohearing.com.au. That sounds better.
Some swear jars collect coins, but at Buy Urban Bathrooms and Kitchens, their swear jar collects promises.
Hi, I'm Renette, a designer. I swear to listen to your ideas and help create a functional space for you.
Hi, I'm Rick the plumber. I swear to always be on time and clean up after myself.
I'm Laura. I swear to help bring your thoughts and design ideas to life, just how you envisioned them, or better.
For a team that swears to deliver on quality and service, see Buy Urban Bathrooms and Kitchens, Adelaide's home renovation experts.
Summer holidays are family days, and if you want to make them a little fancy, you'll find what you need at FIVEAA, your SA family liquor stores. All the classics like bubbles, spirits and beer by the box, to what's hot right now, ginger beers, seltzers, craft beers and gins. You'll find a huge hand-picked selection, and you'll always find friendly advice. From the FIVEAA family to your family. Stay safe and enjoy your summer. FIVEAA, your local independent SA family liquor store for over 45 years.
Streaming live via the 5AA Player app on DAB Digital Radio and on 1395 AM. This is 5AA, always Adelaide. 5AA's Summer Sports Show.
Welcome back. It's 7 after 5 on this Monday. If it's your first drive home from work for 2026, welcome back to the Sports Show. Great to have you. We're looking forward to a big year. Rowie and Timmy back next Monday, the 19th of January. Meanwhile, Sam Tugwell and Wayne Phillips with you, taking your calls, having a bit of fun. We've got Peter Dacos joining us at 5:30 tonight. Stick around, Matt Short, the Strikers captain, will be on the program as well. Darren Reeves in just a moment as well. But I just wanted to bring up a couple of quick stories that have developed today. And just over the news, the Adelaide 36ers have released a statement in regards to Troy Brown Jr. He has advised the 36ers of his desire to return home to the United States for personal reasons. As such, the club and Troy have agreed to a mutual termination of his contract. They will have a replacement player signed in the coming days, or at least they hope. So there's a bit of news on the Sixers front.
Yes, yeah, disappointing loss, as we know, but yeah, obviously a situation there that had to be discussed with the club between both parties, and they've come up to a mutual decision, and let's move on. Let's find a replacement player.
And the Port Adelaide Football Club today have released a statement too around Tom Cochrane. He will miss a period of football after sustaining a serious hamstring injury. It was during a drill today at training. Scans later revealing a significant hamstring injury. A clearer timeline for his return will be understood soon. It's been reported at least 2 months. We know that last year he missed a lot of pretty much the whole season. Around round 7, he did a foot fracture. So hopefully Tommy can be back out there very soon.
Yeah, just and another that comes through. Thank you for sending the text through 0448 08 1395. Zania, thank you, who made mention. We've been talking so much about Macclesfield Footy Club, their win over Crystal Palace, and Zania sent us through a message there. Number 1 ticket holder is Muttley McLeod, and
that?
she said just to have a bit of a listen. He's the lead singer in the band, the Mac Lads, and we had a quick listen, and we won't be playing it on air.
Not safe for work.
Boy, thank you, Zania. We did make mention of it, though. Thanks for the text, but it won't be going to air.
All right, let's get to Darren Reeves, who last night you spotted during the Adelaide Strikers game. him at the Adelaide Oval in the dugout with the Adelaide Strikers crew.
Strikers cap on, Strikers jacket on, sitting there and, just sitting amongst the, with the players, making comment and looking and, just up the track from Tim Payne. So I just wonder how it happened and if he's been there the whole season and what it is he's up to. So it's a real pleasure to catch up with him now. Reva, what the hell are you doing in the dugout, boy?
Hello, Flipper, Sam. Happy New Year to you both.
And to
Hope
you.
You're well.
All good, mate. And you?
Yeah, very well, thank you. Very well. Yeah, no, just doing a bit of PD, mate. Just first time I'd been in there with them this year and sort of reached out through Sean Watt, who's doing some work in the leadership space with the Redbacks and the Strikers. And Payne was happy for me to come in and spend the night with them last night, which was great. It was good to sit in their pre-game and all their the stuff that happens before the game, and then just sit down on the bench through the match was interesting. It's a bloody fast-paced game, the T20 cricket, that's for sure. It happens pretty quickly, so no, it was great to do.
Yeah, was it something that you put forward, or was it just something in your, as you say, your professional development that you're looking for these sorts of opportunities where you can contribute but also learn?
Yeah, mate, any opportunity you can get to learn and see what people are doing at the top echelon of sport is always something I'm looking to do. And I'd sort of reached out through Sean to spend it. I mean, obviously know Ryan Harris pretty well, and to spend a bit of time with Ryan at the Redbacks earlier on in the piece, and this was an opportunity to spend a bit of time with the Strikers. So no, it was good. It was great fun, and hope to sort of do it again. I know the Strikers coaches are going to look to come down and spend a bit of time at training with us on Friday, given the opportunity, which will be good.
So, Darren, obviously you're in the coaching game full-time and you've got your cricket roots. So how much were you taking away and what did you take away specifically perhaps from cricket that you can take into your role in football?
Oh, probably not too much. I mean, from a coaching perspective, I was just interested to have a look at how Tim and the other coaches went about the communication piece. And I mean, obviously the game moves really quickly, a bit like football. So the momentum shifts happen regularly and how they were sort of dealing with them. And, it was fascinating to watch. And obviously growing up playing cricket, but not at sort of that frantic pace of 2020 cricket, which wasn't around in our time, Flip. But,
correct.
But it was really interesting, and the amount of information they've got down on the bench, every single ball and the length that the opposition are bowling and the changes of paces and the information that particularly the batting coach, Ben Dunk, was able to sort of relay to the incoming batsman was quite intriguing and interesting to watch.
Are you a bit of a note taker, or are you asking questions, or you just sit back and observe?
It was a bit of sit back and observe, but I was certainly asking questions over the course of the night, and after the night I hung around and spent a bit of time with the coaches, which was really good. So certainly asking questions and wasn't putting too many opinions forward, mate. I was sort of sitting back and just watching how they went about their work. But it was great to watch obviously Alex Carey back, and he's one of the world's best cricketers at the moment, watching him go about his preparation and then playing, and Matt Short as well. I heard he's come on your show a bit later on. So just watching those guys go about their business was quite interesting.
Just at the end of the game, though, Rev, you got up and did the right thing and went to the boundary and signed the autographs for the kids. So that was very good of you to do that, but
no, there was none of that for me, mate. I was straight off the ground, straight downstairs, and mate, they served a bit of chicken and pub sauce last night, so I certainly got myself down there.
Some of that, did you?
Fantastic.
Very good. That's the first time getting stuck into that. That's like a rare occurrence for many people to get a taste of that.
Yeah. Well, I haven't had a lot of that. I had a bit of that a few years ago when I was playing a bit of cricket, but not for a long time, so that was nice.
Just fantastic, those great days that we had with your cricket at the Cricket Academy, and now to watch you develop that way. But they were just fantastic times, weren't they? We were so darn lucky.
They were. Yeah, mate, it was great to spend the time under you, mate, at the Cricket Academy and learning from you and hearing your stories and your journey. And I mean, even now, like as much as I get the opportunity I can to pick people's brains, and I always enjoy it. So that was part of it last night.
Did you watch the Ashes? Did you give it a decent watch as always?
I did, mate. Yeah, I certainly tried. I got to a few days at the Adelaide Test, and one day I didn't see too many balls bowled, but the other couple of days I managed to see a few balls bowled, mate, which was good. But yeah, certainly watched it closely, and it was a cracking series, and we were very good. And would have liked to have been able to speak to Alex a bit more last night, but obviously I think they finished up late and then they were flying out early this morning, so didn't get that opportunity. But yeah, it was certainly great to watch.
Yeah, it's interesting that you didn't get to see much cricket one day. Actually, the weather was fantastic. You could have just sat up there and had a perfect view. Yeah,
there wasn't a lot of seats available, mate, so I sort of found a seat out the back, which was quite nice in the shade, and it was good. It was a great day.
Wise choice. So when it comes to your PD, and because you are such a fascinated coach, and when it comes to trying to get better, you are always looking for the next place to observe. Where else have you sort of been so far in your career, and different sports have you reached out? What fascinates you, and where have you been?
I mean, obviously, from an AFL perspective, I've had the opportunity prior to this opportunity at Port now to spend some time in some clubs. I spent a bit of time up at Brisbane at the start of 24 for a week, which was great. Similar time, I had an opportunity along with a couple of the Glenelg boys, Liam McBean and Matty Allen, to spend some time with the Penrith Panthers, which was fascinating, and just love how Ivan Cleary goes about it. And so there's always opportunities, and we've got the 36ers training at our facility a couple of times a week, so it's great to sort of watch how they go about it and the intensity that they train at, and listening to the coaches from the sideline and how they're sort of connecting with their players and talking to their players out on the court. So, just any opportunities. I'm certainly looking at the end of the year to experience some other stuff, which would be fantastic.
Yeah, just brilliant, mate. I mean, exciting time to get down to Alberton, but how tough was it walking away from the Bay with just great memories there and great mates you would have? Oh, yeah, incredibly difficult. This opportunity was just something that you couldn't pass up, and the opportunity not to have to leave Adelaide to get in the AFL system and to work with Josh and the rest of the coaches was a great opportunity. But I love my time at Glenelg, and it was an incredibly difficult decision to make. And I certainly had some times after that thinking, oh shit, have I done the right thing? I love what I'm doing here, but I know that I'm doing the right thing now, having been at Port since sort of end of October, and so those 2 months leading into Christmas, and now the first week back since Christmas has been incredibly enjoyable, and enjoying working with the playing group and the coaching group that we've got at Port Adelaide. Did you, at the end of the night last night, did you have to give your striker's cap and your jacket back, or you managed to hang on and get back in for another feed in a few days' time?
Well, I've managed to hang on to it, mate, so which is good. I'm not sure I'll be able to. The kids will get hold of that for sure. But no, it was good. It was a really entertaining night. I know the result didn't go their way, but it was a cracking game of cricket.
Yeah, wasn't it just?
A great game of cricket, and Tim took an outstanding catch on the bench, would have cleaned up all of us sitting on the bench at one point, which was
good hands.
Which was good. He had good hands. Yeah. So no, it was entertaining.
And just back on the footy front, just for a moment, because we heard the news today that Tommy Cochrane went down with a hamstring injury. Were you there? Did you see it? And a bit of an update if you've got one at all, please.
Yeah. I didn't actually see the incident, but I believe there wasn't a lot in the incident. It was just in some match simulation at the end, and he was just I think he had the ball in his hands and might have got rid of it, and then sort of moving off to get into the defensive mode and just felt it go. So I think he's had scans this afternoon. I haven't been privileged to the complete results on that yet, but I think there's a little bit of damage there, and he's going to miss a bit of time, which is not ideal, but he's a resilient young man, and I'm certain that he'll get to work on having himself ready to go as soon as possible.
Yeah, it's a shame because he's such a lovely young lad, and we want him to get out there and play as much footy as possible. It's a good time of year at least to do an injury. Thankfully, pre-season's a little bit of time still to go. Darren, thank you so much for sharing your time and great insights as we saw you last night on the cricket.
Lucky
Glad
to
you could
see
share.
you there, Reva. So well done to you, pal.
No, I appreciate it. Good to speak, guys.
We'll chat to you very soon. Darren Reeves, of course, at Port Adelaide, and last night part of the Strikers unit, just sort of getting a little bit of look and feel as to what
the camera just zoomed
elite cricket's like.
That's Reeva. What's he doing there? He's sitting there, sitting next to Van Duncan.
So he was a part of your academy. So tell us what was he like as a student?
Outstanding, and a genuine leader, and did all that organising. And as a keeper batsman, that's exactly what
so
you need.
You just took him under your wing,
didn't you? But he was so organised with this, and did that. When we were playing and that sort of thing, he was exactly as that Alex Carey we see now doing all just one step ahead of what needed to happen, what does happen, and then making it happen as well, and making sure the team was involved. So, no, he's a good lad, and stuck with him, and then to watch him develop the way he has, and always been able to speak to him. Hence, I've recognised him sitting in the Strikers dugout. Just brilliant. Our special guest, Darren Reeves.
It's 19 after 5. Next, we'll keep taking your calls, 8223 0000. We want to know, when did the underdog prevail? You could have a story where it's a local yarn, you were partaking in it yourself. It could be something you watched live or on telly. A bit like Maria sent in saying, what about when Ireland beat England in the Cricket World Cup? Have a listen.
Yes, into the leg side. This is it. This is it. This is it. Take a bow, Ireland. What a game of cricket. England cannot believe it. I can't believe it. The same can't believe it. Terrific, Ireland. Look at these scenes.
The underdog story is always the best story.
They are beauty. Hi, Flip and Sam. Another text comes. Thank you. Great comebacks. Last year, Marc Marquez won his 7th MotoGP world title after 6 years since his last. Longest ever by a rider. Horrific crashes, totalling over 100. 4 surgery on his right arm that was basically rebuilt. Classed by many in the world the greatest comeback in any sport. Thank you, Jeff. Well done to you.
Great text, Jeff. Your calls after this, 8223 0000 is our number. And I do want to read this text as well about the 36ers on the other side of this break too. We've got an anonymous text.
Ooh.
Just wondering who the replacement might be for Troy Brown Jr. He's got a name there. We'll just throw that out after the break. Wonder if it's true or not. We'll see. Let's check your traffic.
Afternoon, a crash to look out for today at Malvern Crossroad near Doothie Street. Crafers West, a truck breakdown causing delays. The freeway up track near Eagle on the Hill turn-off. And Salisbury Downs, urgent electrical works on Kings Road near Lynette Lane. Camera today, Adelphi Jeruscanol North and another Grange Road at Grange. You already know that it's better to be an RAA member, and now the rewards are bigger than ever. Members enjoy 10 cents off per litre at Caltex. Check the RAA website to find your closest station. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Steinborner Automotive in Gawler, Nuriutpa and Clare has always been well worth a trip, even more so with their 42nd birthday sale. Steinborner has purchased over 400 certified vehicles, SUVs and 4x4s, all with free roadside assist, and ripped $500,000 off normal prices across the range, with $1,500 trade-in bonus on all trade-ins. Plus, deals on new and demo Hyundai, Ford, Mitsubishi, Jack and Mazda. Visit steinborner.com.au.
Here at 5AA, we're all about supporting local. Plan your next getaway with the experts at Spark Travel, where every journey begins with a friendly conversation. King William Street in the city or sparktravel.com.au.
Tired of scrolling through countless websites to plan your holiday? At locally owned Spark Travel, our travel experts are just a phone call away, eager to hear your needs and craft the perfect getaway tailored just for you. Reach out today for a chat and let's start planning your holiday together. Look for our travel deals in the Sunday Mail. Spark Travel, where your journey begins with a conversation. King William Street, Adelaide. Phone now 88765121, sparktravel.com.au.
Getting Westpac's lowest online variable rate on your home loan means you can breathe a little easier, you can sleep a little deeper, and you can focus on being a little more zen. For a home loan that gives you a little less to think about, apply online at westpac.com.au today. To get it done, it takes a little Westpac. Eligibility, exclusions, conditions, credit criteria, fees and charges apply. Variable rate offer available for online digital applications only.
Experience the very best of over 50s living at Northern Community Residential Village in Penfield. Set in a serene and peaceful setting, Northern Community Residential Village offers a low-maintenance lifestyle amongst a welcoming community of like-minded people. A new release of stunning homes is now selling from just $450,000. Book a tour of the display home today and picture how bright your future could be. Visit ncrv.com.au for more information.
G'day, Frank. Any tips today?
Bob, I've got a great tip today. Probably my best investment tip for the year.
Well?
Gilmore's.
Gilmore's?
Gilmore's Comfort Shoes. I went the other day. I couldn't believe their range and their service was great. I got these American-made shoes called SAS. Impressive. And I'm fussy.
Nah.
Yeah, haha, but these really are the most comfortable shoes I've ever bought. So my tip, go to Gilmore's for a great shoe investment.
Gilmore's Comfort Shoes, South Road, Melrose Park.
The cost of living is out of control.
But Family First will take the pressure off. They'll cut migration, approve more housing, cut family taxes and slow the race to renewables.
Vote 1, Family First.
Authorised by Lyle Shelton Family First Party, Norwood.
5AA's Summer Sports Show.
24 after 5, Wayne Phillips, Sam Tugwell, 8223 0000 is our number. Rowie and Timmy are back next Monday. Looking forward to their return and how their summer went. How did your summer go? Love your calls as well. AJ is at Hallett Cove. We'll get to your call in just a second, AJ, because I wanted to read this text before the break.
Please do.
From Anonymous.
Oh, goodness.
So I don't want to reveal. Maybe they know something.
Their source, yes.
So we just said the Adelaide 36ers this hour have parted ways for personal reasons with Troy Brown Jr. He'll head back to the United States. Their replacement will come soon. This anonymous text says his replacement will be Montrezl Harrell.
Montrezl Harrell,
Now,
great name.
I would love to think that's true. But he's still on that 3-month ban. That's why they cut ties with him, because he wouldn't be able to play most of the season. His ban would end early Feb. The regular season finishes Feb 20.
Feb 20 and then finals.
Then the playoffs.
Then the playoffs from there.
So if they did get him back.
Anonymous.
He would just be playing finals. And if they got him to train for a couple of weeks in the lead up to his return, goodness gracious.
Wow. What
would that be worth doing? I wonder if that's actually happening behind the scenes.
It's going to ask a few questions of the whole,
Or Anonymous is pulling our leg, which I'm fine with. I just enjoy the thought.
John got man-catted in a cricket grand final and was on about 60. The opposition captain called me back, went on to make 142 and we won the grand final. My partner and I put on 150 plus. Good on you, Johnny. Well done.
Done, John.
Got from the good job. Well
Good
done.
story. AJ, how are you?
Good, thank you. The sporting underdog story, Shane Lowry, 2009 Irish Open. He was an amateur at the time and he beat Robert Rock in a playoff.
Yeah.
10 years later, he won the British Open.
Yeah, the Open Championship.
At Royal Portrush, and a couple of other points. Adelaide United, tricky place to go, Wellington. It's a tricky old ground, often very blustery. 2-2 over there, I think it's a solid result. And to be honest, Wellington hit the post in the dying minutes, and Adelaide could have lost. And Craig Goodwin nearly scored another fantastic free kick at the same ground. He scored a free kick out about 4 years ago, I think. Okay. So he nearly repeated history there.
Lovely. Yeah, I do remember that goal, 2022, I think it was. It was a cracker. So
we can with that left foot. It can happen, can't it?
And Shane Lowry, great suggestion.
Isn't it?
That's
Just
some great stories
the Open
there.
Championship. What a story.
Let's go to Tony at Glenside. G'day, Tony.
Oh, fabulous to speak to you guys. When I was young, there was a brilliant fight in Tokyo, Japan, with the magnificent Lionel Rose fighting Harada, and he did it brilliantly, and he came back to Melbourne a national hero and champion.
Was that? It was for a world title, was it, Tony?
I can't remember. I think it was a world title. He was brilliant. He was a brilliant boxer.
Wasn't he just brilliant?
Boxer. And when he came back in the 60s, like he came back to Melbourne, he was a hero. Like he was a national hero. He did brilliantly. And it was wonderful atmosphere in Australia for this Aborigine, because you've got to remember, guys, Aboriginals weren't treated that well. They didn't really get social equality, and they suffered from prejudice, which was very unfair. And he came up and did brilliantly in his boxing. He was a brilliant boxer, and it was a wonderful era.
Very good call, Tony. Thank you. So, 1968 in Tokyo made history, Lionel Rose, becoming the first Aboriginal Australian to be a world champion boxer when he defeated the Japanese boxer Harada in a 15-round decision. Became an instant national hero. That's a good yarn. That is a really niche yarn.
Done.
Thank you for that, Tony, and a good memory for those who would remember it. It's 28 minutes after 5 on this Monday. We're going to take a quick break. The headlines at 5:30, and then we'll speak to Collingwood legend Peter Dacos. He's coming to Adelaide very soon with a show with his two lads,
two boys,
Nick and Josh.
Yeah, how good will that be?
Head there to the Arca Bar and see that. We'll preview that next.
5AA, celebrating 50 years in 2026.
Hello.
Wake up with David and Will on 5AA Breakfast.
Can't these people just pull their bloody heads in and get along?
From 9, Graham Goodings brings you the stories you care about.
Oh, dear. What is really going on there?
From midday, it's Conversations with Cornsey.
Not sure how this is going to go.
And from 1, Stacey Lee returns to the airwaves to take you through the afternoon.
So excited to be back.
Get the latest in Adelaide sport from 4 as Rowie and Timmy G bring you Adelaide's only local sport show for the drive home.
All due credit to myself.
Settle in for the evening as Leith Forrest rejoins you for nights.
He joins me live in the studio.
Yeah, meow.
5AA, celebrating 50 years in 2026.
I'm home!
The Excelsior Hotel has always felt like home.
And for seniors, it's always been great value with 20% discount on selected bistro meals. Yep, 20% off. Feeding the whole family? Bring them all Saturday or Sunday for live acoustic music from 5 p.m. And kids eat free. Some conditions apply. The Excelsior Hotel. Feels like home, but better. You just know it's a Barreau Hotel.
Keeping things cool is serious business, and for supermarkets, liquor stores, wineries, petrol stations and office buildings, Control Air Australia is the quiet backbone behind it all. Their advanced refrigeration and air conditioning tech cuts energy use, keeps produce fresher for longer and stands up to our toughest summer conditions. Plus, Control Air Australia's large team of technicians means service is fast, often within hours. Control Air Australia, commercial refrigeration and air conditioning, the cool behind South Australia's biggest brands. controlairaustralia.com.au.
This is 5AA News, always Adelaide.
Good evening, Tamira Francis with the 5:30 News headlines. Parliament returns early and the federal government acknowledges its proposed hate speech reforms will likely be challenged in the High Court. Police Inspector Amy Scott, the officer who was shot dead in Bondi Junction, is battling breast cancer, and 2026 is shaping up to be a big year for Rundle Mall. And in sport, Troy Brown Jr. will part ways with the Adelaide 36ers to return home to the US. Now checking 5AA traffic.
Afternoon, got some really big delays with a truck breakdown at Crayfus West, the freeway up track near the Eagle on the Hill turn-off. Melbourne, a crash to look out for Crossroad near Duthie Street, and Salisbury Downs, urgent electrical works on Kings Road near Lynette Lane. Cameras, Adelphi Terrace, Glenorg North and Grange Road, Grange. Get ready for Clean Up Australia Day. Let's get our gloves on Sunday the 1st of March to give back to a place that we call home. Register now at cleanup.org.au. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
The 5AA forecast, clear and down to 13 overnight, sunny and 31 tomorrow. Right now it's 28 degrees. We'll have more news for you at 6 on 5AA. Always Adelaide.
All right, what's new today?
In his podcast, The Mentor, Mark Boris is the best company as he sits down to share life lessons from business owners and entrepreneurs. Mark takes you out of the boardroom into the real world to talk shop with those who know the game inside and out.
You've got to make yourself valuable, be good at something and make sure you publish it.
Note to self, download the Mentor podcast.
So keep good company with The Mentor, your bringer of real-world business wisdom, on the 5AA Player app.
When you're receiving support at home, feeling comfortable with the people who help makes all the difference. You want someone who understands your routines, someone who listens, someone you can connect with. That's why Nurturing Independence takes a personal approach. You're matched with support that suits your life, not a generic plan. It means you'll see familiar faces and receive help that strengthens your independence and your confidence at home. Visit nurturingindependence.com.au.
On Booking.com, it's easy to book your holiday home. And thanks to no hidden fees, there's no more.
Guys, found an apartment. Wait. Added fees?
We don't do sneaky added fees, so you can go from home to holiday home with no dramas.
And relax.
On Booking.com, finding a holiday home's easy. Booking.com, booking.yeah.
5AA's Summer Sports Show.
It's 27 to 6. Matt Short, Strikers captain, coming up this half hour. We've also got 5AA Sports Lounge tickets to the Strikers Renegades this Saturday to give away very soon.
Indeed, and just on that, Lionel Rose, when he did come back, he was also made a national hero, an Australian of the Year in 1968. He was acknowledged that way, so fair enough. Lionel Rose, what a champion.
Very good. Hey, text from John at Trot Park before we get to our next guest, Peter Dacos, in just a second. John says, Flipper and Sam, are the 36ers trying to do a sturt where they would bring in Malcolm Hill just for the finals? Well, we had this theory put to us by an anonymous text in the last half hour that Troy Brown Jr., who's going home for personal reasons and has departed the Sixers just tonight, their replacement player will be named very soon. There was a text saying that maybe Montrezl Harrell will be the replacement player.
To take it.
Now, I've learnt during the ad break that the players have to play at least 7 games to qualify for the NBL Finals, and Trez wouldn't be able to make that by the time the season concludes. So, ultimately, that theory will not be true.
So
that's
gone.
it's a shame. Thanks for playing along with us for half an hour, but we've found out that won't be the case. But it was fun while we had the chance to think about it. Anyway, I wonder who the replacement player will be in the end. Let's get to our guest. Peter Dacos is here in Adelaide, a live show with the Marvellous Marvels is what they're calling it, because it is the whole Dacos family.
Aren't they just?
Peter, Josh and Nick will all be there at the Arca Bar. It's Friday night, January 30, coming up in a couple of weeks. It'll be a great show. It'll be lots of great stories. I can only imagine. Peter Dacos joins us now live on the line. Pete, thanks for your time.
Oh, thank you, Sam. Thanks, Wayne. Thanks for having me.
No, not a drama at all. I'm just wondering what's going to be shown up there. Will there be any of Josh and Nick, or will it just be your stuff, Dakes? Yeah.
No. I think I'm just the fill-in. I think I just top it up a little bit. I think everyone's more interested in hearing from the boys and a little bit about what happened in 2023, a few of the trade secrets, and more importantly, what 2026 looks like.
Yeah, very, very good point. It's going to be so interesting. I mean, what a story it is that they can tell. I mean, yours is just a sensational story and entitled to be referred to as a legend, but just the way these boys have grabbed it and run hard. I mean, they're fantastic, aren't they?
Oh, look, no, I'm pleased. And I suppose the thing at the top of the pile there is my stuff's been flogged to death. But I think the boys, what's pleasing is just how they've gone about it. So, and they, again, they're not sitting back on what has come before. I mean, they're working just as hard. I think, they jumped straight into it, 2-3 weeks after the season was over. And look, the thing they've done is it's not laborious. It's not a job for them. They've just created a habit that sort of continues to flow. So, they work pretty hard at it, and there's a few rewards that are coming their way.
Absolutely right. Well, they've been working so hard. You're right. This is a live show with your lads. Have you done this before with them?
I have. I mean, I have. So and look, we're having a little bit of fun. I mean, the boys. I sort of reference when I was their age, and I was pretty shy, and I didn't get out, and the opportunities definitely back years ago, getting your hand on current players was always a problem. But look, they're doing well, and they're getting a little bit more comfortable with it. And as the years wear on, they've got a few more stories. So no, they're pretty good. I mean, we're not comedians by any means. I've got quite a few stories. But having said that, yeah, there's a good balance there, and we have a good time with it. And I think more importantly, the boys are feeling at home with it.
What happens? Is there does someone host that, and then they ask you, the three Dacos champions, their questions, and then out to the floor for questions from the floor and that sort of thing?
Oh yeah, look, we delve into. There is a host. So Rav, who also comes from Melbourne, he goes far and wide with the show. So he's not only doing that. Authentic memorabilia done, or they do Carlton with Paddy Cripps, and they do Richmond with some of their boys. So it's across the board with a whole wide range of players. And with this show, they clearly delve into a little bit about family life. They talk about the boys with their upbringing, with their football, their love of footy, and how they got to Collingwood and all that sort of stuff. And I tell them a few of the warts and all sort of stuff with they won't make their beds and don't put the rubbish out and what they like at home. So it's a bit of both, bit of footy, bit of family life, and it's and then we do open up the floor, yes, and we are looking forward to meeting. We also enjoy meeting the crowd, so it should be a great night.
Oh, it should be a fantastic night. Have you let them move out of home yet, or have you still got them locked away at home, making sure they're being looked after?
Oh, well, Nick's sort of a part-timer at the moment, so he's home and then he's at his girlfriend, so he's sort of in between. He's sort of more out of home, but he does spend a bit of time. He will in between training, because the boys sort of get the one day off a week and their weekends. So we tend to see a lot of him then. And Josh is home only because he's with his fiancée. She's also, Annalise, is living with us, and they're ready to renovate their home. So at the moment, there's no rent. I'd love to say
I think
there is something, but there's no rent. And so why would you want to be out there paying?
Why would you be moving?
You don't have to.
Well,
it's good.
That is great. Well, it's a one-time exclusive show, January 30 on Friday. It's a 8 o'clock start, the show, so get in nice and early, just after tea on Friday night. So where can people get tickets?
I think they can go online, go to Authentic Memorabilia, have a look at the site, and, I'm sure that'll steer them in the right direction. Also, the Arca Bar, I'm sure you can give them a call, and they'll reserve seats. And look, they might have tables, but they'll reserve a spot for you.
It's just fantastic to be able to get up, looking, have get some autographs signed. They'll be quite welcoming to that sort of thing. And look, just for those young fellas to be able to tell their story. Yours is, as I said, a brilliant one. Your skills still get referred to, but these two young fellas, they're brilliant.
Well, it is about the contemporary player, and Wayne can attest to. I mean, he had a marvellous career, and look, I don't get tired of listening to a lot of the stories because I used to watch him play, and when I was a hell of a lot younger. But but having said that, look, it's nice. There's a bit of a balance there because clearly there's people from my era that probably love their football. It might be just football followers in general, or they might be Pie supporters as well. So, look, it's a nice lead into what should be a big year of football, 2026. So, we're looking forward to being there.
Well, how are the Pies going to go? They made the prelim. They were top all year just about, and then they just sort of lost it toward the back end. How are they going to go this year?
Oh, look, I'm pretty buoyant. I am confident. I mean, there's, I think people are looking for a big drop-off, and they keep pointing towards, a lot of the older players. Well, the issue you have there is, if you don't control the ball, then you're chasing. So you might just have a bit of a problem. But one of the things, they are very creative in their midfield, and they've got some skillful boys. So, look, I think defensively they're good. If I break it down defensively, they're still very strong, and their midfield, they've got a pretty versatile midfield. They can probably run, up to about 8 players through their midfield, and then you've got a forward line. Bobby Hill at the moment is off on personal leave, and we hope he gets back. But they've still got plenty of firepower. So, they've got some kids that just might surprise that are into their second year, third year. So, they, as I always say, you can measure a lot of things in football, but measuring maturity is something that comes up and sneaks you from behind. Yeah. So we're just hoping some of these kids come back, a lot better than last year with their thinking. So, they could make a lot of difference.
Dakes, let you go, of course, but yes or no, state of origin on the way back?
Oh, yeah.
Well, look, at that time of year, to be honest, I was, I don't look. It's always the top priority is always your club footy, and especially these days with considering what the players get paid, the last thing you want to be doing is getting injured in a state game. But having said that, look, it's either you play a pre-season game in Feb, or you play with the very best. So I think it'll be a great spectacle. I think it'll be great for a promotion of the game as well, and definitely for the kids and just football followers in general, just to see the best players going around. So I'm not expecting it to be going at 100 mile an hour, but I think it's going to be a great standard of footy. So, bring it on.
Yeah, well,
Thank you, mate.
Nick and Josh Dacos in the Big V very soon, only a couple of weeks away too. How exciting. Peter, thanks so much for your time, and look forward to seeing you here in Adelaide, January 30.
Thanks, guys. Thank you so much.
Well, there's so much respect for that family, and we love them here in South Australia.
Yes, we do.
So, I mean, they terrorise us when they play us, our teams, but I tell you what, they are fantastic footballers and great stories. So if you'd like to go, we've got a double pass to give away right now.
Good job.
8223 0055 to go and see the Marvellous Marvels at the Arca Bar, January 30. It's a Friday night. Go and enjoy that. Some great footy stories. Unbelievable stuff. Let's get to your traffic on the other side of this. Matt Short, the Strikers captain.
Melbourne, a crash to look out for. Crossroad near Doothie Street. Crayfus West, a truck breakdown. The freeway up track near Eagle on the Hill turn-off. Salisbury Downs, urgent electrical works on Kings Road near Lynette Lane. And look out for those closures in North Adelaide around Memorial Drive and the Adelaide Oval for the tennis. Camera tonight, Grange Road Grange. From Australia's #1 selling large SUV range, get 3K of Ford Everest Trend at participating Ford dealers. Based on 2025 VFAX data. See Ford.com.au for full terms. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Hi, I'm Lynn Andrews. For over 50 years, we, the Lynn Andrews team, have specialised in commercial and residential property management. But above all, we specialise in people, helping to make life easier for investors and tenants. Everyone is treated with empathy and respect. It's the way we do business. It's the Lynn Andrews way. For residential and commercial property management, we're here to help you. Visit lynnandrews.com.au.
I'm dreaming of a laundry I actually want to be in. Is that even possible?
It absolutely is with Use It, Adelaide's custom laundry experts.
Well, they did build my nana's laundry back in the 70s, and it still runs beautifully.
Exactly. Since 1978, Use It has crafted laundries that balance function and style. To bring your laundry to life, visit Use It at 54 The Parade, Norwood, or online at useit.com.au.
It's not the space.
It's the way you use it.
There's something about a good local. Walking in and knowing you're in the right place. That's the Piermount Group of Hotels. 8 neighbourhood favourites. The Albion, the Australasian, the Belair, the Flagstaff, Mansfield Park, the Stirling, the Marriotteville and the Seaton. Each with great hospitality, good food and that familiar feeling. Download Piermount's First Draft loyalty app for perks, rewards, surprises and your first drink is on them with a $10 sign-up bonus. Explore everything on offer at piermount.com.au.
This summer, keep your whole home fresh and cool with a new ducted evaporative cooling system from Mannix. Evaporative cooling is energy efficient, delivering fresh, clean air through every room without high running costs. If you need to change your old unit to the latest model or even replace your current system completely for a reverse cycle system, see the team at Mannix for a free evaluation. After 60 years, South Australians trust Mannix. Get a free quote today at...
Hi, Malcolm Blight here for Knowles Caravans, home of Island Star. For over 50 years, they've had the best selection of new vans, or they can custom build one in just 10 to 12 weeks. Or look around at 100 second-hand vans, perfect for travelling around our beautiful country, or if you need an extra room at home, subject to council approval.
Knowles Caravans, Knowles Caravans, Knowles Caravans, Knowles Caravans.
Knowles Caravans, 561 Salisbury Highway, Greenfields, opposite Mawson Lakes. Trusted for quality, driven for adventure.
Is your bloated belly making you feel fat and miserable? Introducing new Caruso's Bloaties. Caruso's Bloaties contains peppermint and ginger, which are traditionally used in Western herbal medicine to relieve belly bloating, plus digestive enzymes to help your body digest lactose and fat. So if you're fed up with your bloated belly making you feel fat and miserable, try Caruso's Bloaties today. Caruso's Bloaties is available from leading pharmacies and health stores. Always read the label and follow the directions for use.
5AA's Summer Sports Show.
12 minutes to 6. Well, the Adelaide Strikers, just a shame yesterday they couldn't get it done against the Perth Scorchers. But boy, for the neutral viewer, high scoring, lots of big hitting. So
exciting, wasn't it?
It was entertaining cricket, but unfortunately it just didn't go our way. And Adelaide now slipped to 6th with a record of 3-5 on the year. 2 games to go. It's pretty bleak, unfortunately, now for our finals chances. But let's bring in the captain, Matt Short, who did have a good performance himself. And I think he would have loved a few more runs. Again, that's right, Matt Short. Welcome to the program.
G'day, guys. Thanks for having me.
So, tough night in the end. It all started from the get-go. I think Perth and their 4-over power play at the start was just, it was amazing to watch. Mitch Marsh and Finn Allen went crazy. None for 69. How were you feeling at that point?
Yeah, they got off to a bit of a flyer, that's for sure. Yeah, look, we just missed miss too often. And, you know, when you miss against quality guys like Mitch Marsh and Finn Allen, two international opening batters, I think they're going to hurt you. So, we didn't get off to the best of starts and, you know, really put us on the back foot from then on.
Man, he's so intimidating, Mitch Marsh, isn't he? Just standing there and hitting that first one through the covers and getting four and then no. So you drop one short and he dongs it out in the scrub out to mid-wicket. I mean, it's all around the wicket, and it's just so powerful, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, that's the Mitch Marsh we all know and love, just standing and delivering. And when we sort of serve it up the way we did, quality batters, as I said, like him, are gonna hit you all around the park. So obviously need to be better leading into the next couple of games.
Well, two quick questions then for you around that. So did you expect the fast bowlers to get targeted the way they did? And with Mitch Marsh himself, I mean, he's the Australian T20 captain. You'll be playing with him in the World Cup very soon. And do you sometimes just sit there and recognise and acknowledge the quality that you're up against?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, to the bowlers' credit, they've kept us in games and they've been super for us this year. But probably the last couple of games we've just let teams get off to a bit of a flyer. So that's been a little bit disappointing. But as I said, when Mitch Marsh is on, it's great to watch and really looking forward to hopefully stepping on the field with him in the World Cup.
It should be, it'll be great fun if he keeps that form going. I mean, it was just an interesting situation. So many, that team batting first and having two being invited by the opposition and all that was become a real trend, hasn't it? But they grabbed it, went hard and posted that to such a strong score.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I think when you look at the timings of the games, the sun's still out a little bit during that first innings and the wickets are normally, a touch drier and, it isn't until the sun goes down, the lights turn on that, it can bring a little dew into play and make the wicket a bit better to bat on. So that's probably the trend we're seeing with teams winning the toss and bowling first. But it doesn't help when you win the toss and the team gets off to a flyer with the bat. So, a bit of work to do.
Yeah, no troubles there. But, I mean, you were so well in the hunt right from the get-go. You bringing Alex in and putting him at the top of the order, he was pretty keen to do that and show his way around the Adelaide Oval again.
Yeah, I mean, I said this last night, he's probably one of the informed batters in the world at the moment. Sort of doesn't matter what sort of format it is, it just seems to be making runs. So, credit to Kez. It's the same story every year. He has a big summer and then, he's always willing to get back and play for the Strikers. So, huge credit to him. It's only a couple of days turnaround after an Ashes win. Just a super bloke and always keen to pull on the blue.
And how was it? I mean, you make a very good point. It's only a couple of days ago he's in Sydney leading the club song, the Australian national team celebratory song, and then a day and a half later he turns up in the blue. I mean, he's just so welcome, isn't he? And what he brings to the table when he gets into that change room.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's everyone loves him around the change room. Everyone loves him in Adelaide, in South Australia, that's for sure. So. When you bring someone of that quality of Kez into your side, you're instantly a better side. So, and he showed that with his class. Not only as the unreal gloveman he is, but just his presence with the bat, just the way he was able to, just slide in to open the batting and rarely miss the ball out of the middle. It's pretty good to watch.
Well, you and he had a great opening stand and you sort of got the run chase on your terms, which would have been really, I suppose, pleasing from your perspective, knowing that you had such a mountain to climb. For you and Alex, was there a particular game plan you went in with? How'd you approach it?
Not necessarily. I mean, when you're chasing 230, I think the game plan's pretty much set for you. You need to go hard from ball one and try and maintain that for as long as you can. I think we did reasonably well to sort of get the run rate to an okay sort of level, down to roughly 11 and over. But I think I went out in the 50s and Kez out in the 70s maybe.
Yep.
So, yeah, we probably needed a few more from both of us, considering we were in and faced a few balls. But, yeah, I think we just left a few too many runs for the younger guys through the middle. And, yeah, as I said, one of us needed to really stand up and really push that partnership again.
Yeah, keep going deep. I mean, 12 and over was the chase. At the drinks break, you were right on that number. What was the discussion there at the drinks break by the players and the coaching staff?
Yeah, I think so I'd just gone out before. I reckon Linny and Kez were still batting. I think our plan was I think we took the surge pretty early.
Yes.
Just to obviously try and get that run rate down to make it easy for the next guys coming in. So, yeah, the surge is a funny one. You can sort of goes both ways. You can either score a lot of runs in it and do really well, or lose wickets and cost yourself, a chance to get up in the game. So, it's probably a bit even last night with a few runs but a few wickets that put us on the back foot. So, yeah, I mean, that's probably the beauty of the surge. It keeps you thinking and, always keeps the batting and bowling teams in the hunt.
Just what happens with the surge, Matt? I mean, do you wait to see if what bowler is going to bowl before you call it, or can they have the opportunity of then you call it, then they can change who's going to bowl, or do you judge the taking of the surge on who's going to be bowling that ball?
Yeah, it's probably a balance of everything you just mentioned. I think sometimes you look into what bowlers they've got and how many overs they have left so they don't have to use them later on. Or, it could be just purely down to how the batters are feeling. And, if they're out of touch and they want to bring the field up, then they might take the surge. Or, if they're flying, they might take the surge and get it, off to even more of a flyer. So, that's probably what's so interesting about it, is that it just changes the whole game completely. And, teams can have really good surges both with the bat or with the ball.
Yeah, I suppose it's a chicken and egg, isn't it? You just never quite know what can come first for that.
Beautiful.
Can we talk about bowlers, particularly Lloyd Pope? He's had a really good Big Bash. I think he's top 5 in the wicket taking for the season, and he's had 13 wickets across the summer. So I don't know, from a captain's perspective, he can be a bit of a risk versus reward player, and he seems to be giving you a lot of reward.
Yeah, for sure. I think, he's bowled a lot of tough overs this year. I tend to sort of bring him on when we're struggling a little bit. So, it's been a credit to him that he just, takes it in his stride and tries to bowl the way he does. And, he's a real wicket-taking option. But, I think most leg spinners, they can go for runs, but they're certainly, wicket-taking options. And he's certainly showed that for us this year.
Well, based on that, he must be thrilled when you yell out, "Hey, come on, Popey, you're on." Yeah, it means we're in trouble, does it? Yeah. Leave it up to me again.
No, he's been awesome. He understands that, he's there to take wickets, but he's really when we've been under pressure, he's really taken in his stride and wants to be the one to stand up.
Couple of games to go, and on the road again. Yeah, all the prep getting ready for the game tomorrow night, isn't it? Then back to Adelaide at the G. Yeah,
it's been a pretty busy period. I think we've had about 5 games in a week and a half. So all home away. So it's been tough to kind of with the win loss kind of situation. It's hard to we haven't really got on a roll. So. I mean, we got to move on pretty quickly from last night, and we go again tomorrow. So, certainly planning for the Stars, and hopefully we can finish off the year well.
And just on that, so the compacted Big Bash format now that we've got, because we talked about how long it was and how it needed less games and less weeks of play. Has it been challenging as a player to sort of play in this really fast, compact, lots of travel, lots of turnover time for you as a playing group?
I think personally, for sure. It's pretty draining at times. I think I know us as a strikers, we started the year pretty slowly in terms of, I think we only played 4 games up until the new year, whereas some other teams have played 6. So it's kind of spread out a bit differently. And then, as I said, our whole season's been home away. There's been no back-to-back games just to be able to settle in Adelaide for a bit, or just to put the feet up or relax. But no, it seems like that's just the way the cricket is now, and teams have to adapt. And yeah, it's just roll with the punches and just do what you can do.
Very much so. But the other thing, of course, and no matter what the result, the people getting along to Adelaide Oval to support the guys, I mean, it's just fantastic. Those crowds and the way that you embrace those crowds and see them and talk to the little ones and sign as much as you can. It's just fantastic. And what an atmosphere.
Yeah, it's always probably the best thing about the Strikers is the fan base and just the people rocking up to the ground. It's pretty special. I think we obviously haven't had the best of years, in terms of points on the board, but they just keep rocking up every year and every game. It's awesome to play in front of.
Well, Matt, look, you notched up 100 sixes for our Strikers all time yesterday, so that's a nice little nod. But I think overall you continue to entertain us, and that's the whole point, I think, of the Big Bash ultimately. And so you've got two good opportunities coming up against the two Melbourne sides to just provide as much fun and entertainment for the fans you possibly can. Keep your chin up, mate, and good luck over the next few days.
Good on you, fellas. Thanks for that.
Matt Short, the Strikers captain.
Yeah, he leads it so well and he struck them so well, but just got the wobbles just when they needed it to keep going. Exactly what he said. Needed to keep it going for a bit longer, and it didn't happen, unfortunately. What a shame. Matt Short, a ripper.
6 o'clock, bang on, news is coming up, and we have a chance for you to win tickets to the FIVEAA Sports Lounge where the Strikers play this Saturday at Adelaide Oval. You want to be involved after the news.
Up-to-the-minute news for South Australia. This is 5AA News, always Adelaide.
Clear and down to 13 overnight, sunny and 31 tomorrow. Good evening. With the 6 o'clock news, I'm Tamira Francis.
Nurse Next Door Home Care Services. From companionship to 24/7 nursing. nursenextdoor.com.au.
The federal government has acknowledged its proposed hate speech reforms will likely be challenged in the High Court. The legislation crafted in the wake of the Bondi terror attack will give the Home Affairs Minister more power to designate illegal hate groups and to refuse or cancel visas for those believed to be spreading hate. Attorney General Michelle Rowland says the government is standing by its legislation.
We have crafted this legislation in a way that is robust, and we understand, of course, that these are laws that may be challenged.
The Prime Minister today recalled Parliament 2 weeks early to pass the laws. Politicians will return to work next Monday, the 19th of January, to debate the legislation designed to toughen hate speech and gun laws. The sitting will begin with a condolence motion. Anthony Albanese says it will be an opportunity for Parliament to convey their sympathies to the families of those killed on December 14. To state politics, Premier Peter Malinauskas has announced another election sweetener. Holding a baby, he's promised more help for women and families undergoing IVF. Up to $2,000 rebates will be made available for out-of-pocket costs on up to 2 IVF treatments, along with a $250 rebate for pre-IVF fertility testing. The scheme will cost taxpayers about $18.5 million. As expected, state opposition leader Ashton Hearn sceptical over the policy.
If you look at how it's implemented in practice, there will be a number of people who would miss out. So we'll be really putting a microscope under the eligibility criteria.
The rebate will be means tested, with households requiring an income of $180,000 or less to qualify. The Liberals are set to announce their own IVF policy in the coming weeks. Former New Zealand PM Jacinda Ardern has pulled out of Adelaide Writers' Week today. Ms Ardern joins 114 authors who have also withdrawn from the event in solidarity with author and academic Dr Rhonda Abdel Fattah, whose appearance at the 2026 festival was cancelled last week. The chair and several directors have also resigned from the board. Major crime detectives will reconvene the search for missing woman Tricia Graff tomorrow in the state's far north. Search activities will take place at several locations, focusing on locating evidence related to the investigation. On Wednesday, detectives will conduct door knocks in Andamooka in the vicinity of several locations where she was last seen. This comes after police established Tricia's movements on the evening and mornings when she was last seen and believe there are people who may have seen her within the town who are yet to speak to them. The 41-year-old was last seen in Roxby Downs on December 12. Her car was found later that day, broken down and abandoned near Blue Dam. Police Inspector Amy Scott, the officer who shot dead the Bondi Junction knifeman, is battling breast cancer. Inspector Scott has been diagnosed with a rare aggressive form of the disease. Colleagues have launched a fundraiser to help support her family. Now turning to 5AA Sport. Isla Tomovic has booked her place in the second round of the Adelaide International. She's defeated fifth seed Clara Towson with a walkover after taking the first set 7-6. She says the Australian summer of tennis hits different.
January is just the month. If I can pick one month to do amazing, it would be this one. And I put a bit of pressure every year, but it's good pressure and I enjoy it. And this crowd makes it all worth it.
At the Australian Open qualifiers, Dane Sweeney, Olivia Gadecki and Tina Nadine Smith have won their first matches. Tonight, Adelaide's Tanasi Kokonakis takes to the centre court at the Adelaide International in his match against American Sebastian Korda. Troy Brown Jr. has parted ways with the Adelaide 36ers. The 201-centimetre import returning home to the US for personal reasons. The club and Troy agreeing to a mutual contract termination after he played 13 games for the Sixers after arriving partway through the season. The club hopes to have a replacement player signed in the coming days. To AFL, Port Adelaide forward Tom Cochrane will miss up to 12 weeks of football after sustaining a hamstring injury at this morning's training session. Scams confirming significant hamstring strains. Port Adelaide's assistant coach Darren Reeves says he's resilient and will bounce back.
He's a resilient young man and I'm certain that he'll get to work on having himself ready to go as soon as possible.
Go, Darren. Thank you so much for sharing your time. And
now checking 5AA traffic.
G'day there, Crowfoot West. Still got quite big delays of the truck broken down on the freeway up track near Eagle on the Hill. Speed restrictions in place there too. Melbourne, a crash, crossroad near Doothie Street, Adibus. What am I making it slow for the drive home at Kensington Park, Kensington Road near Dudley Road. Camera, West Beach Road, West Beach. Audio is more powerful than you think. For advertising with real power, start with commercial radio and audio where brands are heard. Visit cra.au. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Now the 5AA forecast. Clear and down to 13 overnight, sunny and 31 tomorrow. Wednesday, sunny and 29. Thursday, partly cloudy and 26. Friday, cloud clearing and 29 the top. Right now, it's 27 degrees on 5AA. Now let's hear what's happening on 9 News Tonight.
Thanks, I'm Alice Monfries. Tonight's headlines: police have launched a fresh search near Andamuka related to the disappearance of Trisha Graff. The Premier has pledged rebates for IVF treatment worth thousands. And Aussie Rose Byrne has won big at this year's Golden Globes. Don't worry, you haven't missed the news. Start over on 9 Now as soon as you're home.
Streaming live via the 5AA Player app on DAB Digital Radio and on 1395 AM. This is 5AA, always Adelaide.
At Inspire Care SA, nothing is left to chance, especially not who shows up at your door. We match our NDIS support workers with people they genuinely connect with. If you love death metal, sport, art, or you're mad about cooking, we'll find someone who shares that spark. Real care isn't just about help, it's about who helps. Get in touch with Inspire Care SA. Care with purpose.
This week at IGA, there's 50% off the Hellmann's range. Like Hellmann's mayonnaise jar, 400 grams, selected varieties, $3.75 each. Offer ends January 13. Participating stores only. Excludes IGA, local grocer, Foodland and Price Match.
At 8 after 6, the Adelaide International has returned today until Saturday, bringing world-class tennis action to the Drive, with over 170 top players, including Stefanos Tsitsipas, hometown hero Thanasi Kokonakis in action tonight, Flip, 2025 champion Madison Keys, and Australian Open semi-finalist Paula Badoza. This is your chance to see some of the best in the world play live under the roof at the Drive right here in Adelaide.
Yes, but it's not just about the tennis. This year, of course, you can enjoy live music, entertainment, food trucks, bars and premium experiences, making it the perfect event for those who want to enjoy the atmosphere in style.
And there's no better way to start 2026. Do it at the tournament that transforms the Drive into an unforgettable vibe. Tickets start at just $10 and kids get in free to selected sessions.
Yes, they do. But you can grab your tickets now at ticketmaster.com.au/Adelaide International.
Some swear jars collect coins.
But at Buy Urban Bathrooms and Kitchens, their swear jar collects promises.
Hi, I'm Amy. I hope you can hear me smiling because that's how I answer the phone. I'm your first contact at Buy Urban and I swear to help you any way I can.
I'm Laura. I swear to help bring your thoughts and design ideas to life, just how you envisioned them, or better.
For a team that swears to deliver on quality and service, see Buy Urban Bathrooms and Kitchens, Adelaide's home renovation experts.
Okay, you've found your ideal block of land. Perfect location, perfect lifestyle. Now, it's time to stroll through the Urban at the Selector Homes Display Village. Intelligently designed for a narrow block, the Urban is packed with space to suit a young family or your upcoming retirement. Contemporary facades, stone facing, staying courtyard. You'll make the neighbours jealous. Visit the Urban at the Selector Homes Display Village, Port Wakefield Road, Burton.
At Nurse Next Door Home Care Services, we believe in making lives better. We match every client with a caregiver or nurse that will help them live a life filled with positivity, possibility and purpose. Everyone should be able to live independently at home, even if it means getting a little help. That's why Nurse Next Door Home Care Services brings aged care and disability support right to your door. From companionship to 24/7 nursing, we are here for you. Visit nursenextdoor.com.au for more information.
Soft drinks, sport drinks, fruit drinks, energy drinks. The sugar in any sugary drink is sugar your body doesn't need. It can get turned into fat, including toxic fat around your vital organs, which can lead to cancer, type 2 diabetes and heart disease. Our bodies work best on water. It's sugar-free, fat-free, and if you get it from the tap, virtually free. Find out more at livelighter.com.au. A message from Preventive Health SA.
5AA's Summer Sports Show.
It's 10 minutes after 6. Wayne Phillips and Sam Tugwell, 8223 is our number.
Hey, we've got a bit of a prize that someone might be fortunate enough to win. It's the Adelaide Strikers versus the Melbourne Renegades in the 5AA Sports Lounge, a double pass. Just remember that winners must be over 18. The children not allowed there, but you might be heading off to the 5AA Sports Lounge to watch the Adelaide Strikers in action. Melbourne Renegades, Saturday the 17th of January at Adelaide Oval. That's where they'll do it. Those who want to grab their tickets, they can. And more info from adelaidestrikers.com.au. But all you've got to do is answer this quite simple question. And that question is...
Oh, no, hang on. We've got to get them on the line first.
Well, we can do that. That's fine.
Let's get them on the line first.
You want to get them on the line?
Yeah, well, there's no one here yet.
Well, there is someone there looking there. He's just talking. They just go, okay, I'm coming. I know the question.
You're jumping the gun here, Quizmaster.
No, but you wrote the question.
I didn't write it.
I don't think it's that difficult, but let's see if we've got someone there.
You've got to answer the question, but you've got to call in first
to
hear the question.
8223 00 55. That's fine. 8223 0055. That's what we've got to go to. I've got the question ready. All I need is to be able to speak to someone.
There we go. Perfect.
Okay.
All right, well done. Hey, just before we do get to a caller, Leith, who's been wanting to chat about upsets and underdogs.
Yes.
I had this stat handed to me by Blake over the news because we were talking to Matt Short about fielding first.
Okay,
in the Big
fielding,
Bash.
batting, winning, losing. Yeah, that sort of ratio.
The toss has been a big trend in this year's Big Bash. So the 32 Big Bash games so far, the teams that have batted first have won 10 games.
Okay.
The team that have batted second has won 22 games.
Gee whiz. So
big,
it's
big number.
33%, 66%. That sort of number.
Pretty interesting when you think about it.
Well,
it has worked.
Yeah, you can structure your chase and make sure you get it right and understand what it is that you need to get done. And you can do that by setting up then your batting order, when their bowling is and when the power surge comes into play. All those sorts of things allows you to set it up.
All right. Leith has called in from Happy Valley about when did the underdog prevail. Hi, Leith.
G'day, Pam. G'day, Flipper. Sorry, I can't win the prize to go to Adelaide Oval. I'd love that. Yes. So with a nod to Marie Payne, I'm Prince of Penzance.
Michelle,
yes, indeed.
101. 1972, a horse called Piping Lane, Tasmanian owned, trained by George Hanlon. And ridden by John Letts.
John Letts, the great man. Lettsy, one of 2 Melbourne Cup wins.
Yeah, it was John's first ever ride at Flemington, so he knew nothing about the place. He said to one of the guys in the jockey room beforehand, so where do you take off here? And they said, Chiquita Lodge, and John thought it was a hotel. But in the race was the sensation Gunsin, the Goondiwindi Grey.
The Goondiwindi Grey.
Who had won the Cox Plate the weekend beforehand. So Lexi decided that his tactic would be to just track Gunsin, be easy to spot. But then when they jumped, everyone else had the same tactic. So he found himself in front of Gunsin and never saw Chiquita Lodge and just kept rolling along. And even before the race, George Hanlon had 5 horses in the race, didn't even tell John, talk to him about any tactics.
Yes.
So he just found himself in the head of the field at the pointy end and won at 40-1.
Amazing story. Yeah, he said he's going down the back straight looking for this Chiquita Lodge where he has to go and let it happen to let the champion go. Just amazing story.
And it's an amazing story. The original owner of Piping Lane went on a holiday, didn't want to look after the horse anymore, sold it to a new owner for $100.
$100.
That was it. And went on to win the Melbourne Cup. Have a listen.
Followed by Piping Lane as the crowd roared. Piping Lane has moved up, got his head in front of Magnifique, but Piping Lane has won the money. A boil over. Piping Lane first, Magnifique second.
Fantastic. That's a great one, Lee.
Gunsin, looking for Gunsin. It was behind you, Letty. So, yeah, you have to turn around.
Great call, Lee. Thank you. All right, let's give someone a chance to get along to the FIVEAA Sports Lounge.
Is the quiz. 2 tickets, the Adelaide Strikers versus the Melbourne Renegades, the FIVEAA Sports Lounge. As you said, we've got a caller there who is ready, who needs to answer a question. Joe, how are we doing?
Let's go, guys.
Good. How's your knowledge on the cricket?
Not too bad. Depends on what you ask, I suppose.
Well, yeah, good point. Yeah, all right. Well, that will be. The question is, I need you, if you can get it right, you're heading off to the Strikers v the Gades. Here we go. Who top scored for the Strikers in last night's loss to the Perth Scorchers?
Alex Carey.
That was easy.
71 trip, I reckon.
Yes. You're not taking any more people.
88 short of your run.
Righto. There might be 4 people going on the ticket. Brilliant, Joe. Hold on the line there. We'll pop you back and get those details. Yeah, it was Alex Carey. Did such a good job. To all those others that were keen to get involved, look, sorry, it wasn't the hardest question of all time. But, Joe and a mate, you're heading along. And, of course, as we know, tickets and more info from AdelaideStrikers.com.au, but they take on the Melbourne Renegades Saturday, 17 January at the Adelaide Oval.
They absolutely do. Hey, so more chances for you to win during the week, which is a great couple
we
more.
We might be doing that again, that sort of thing. Similar?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
The
quiz. How'd I go as Quizmaster?
Do I need to coach you for Quizmaster? If you do the question before people call in, guess what they can do?
Have the answer.
They can Google it.
Oh,
you can't let them Google it.
Right, okay.
That's why you got to get people like Joe on the line. He's got to be sharp. He's got to know the answer inside a couple of seconds.
Well, would it have they had time to put it up on Google? Who was top scorer?
Oh, well, if you gave them a 3-minute head start, maybe. Let's do the underdog stories, which we've been talking about. John texted in saying, afternoon, my comeback was Australia 2 in 1983. From about 5 races to 2 down. To win the America's Cup.
John Bertrand and the crew there to get it done, Australia too. What a win it was. And that was one of the great comments from a Prime Minister that anyone who sacks an employee is a bum.
That's right, having the day off.
It would have been a few that didn't turn up to work, I'd have thought. He looked, including, I think, the Prime Minister perhaps, Prime Minister Hawke.
David has said Prince of Penzance, 2015, the 101 horse. Yes, that's been given a good nomination tonight so far. Maria said when an unseeded Goran Ivanisevic. Have I said that wrong?
No, Goran Ivanov. Oh, no, I nearly had it there before. Goran Ivanisevic.
Yeah, sorry, that's not my forte.
Yeah.
Beat Pat Rafter in the Wimbledon final because Steve Waugh and Wayne Phillips were there in their cricket whites. Did you go to Wimbledon for whites?
I did. Not in my whites, but I did go in 85. We were lucky enough to get some tickets, so we did sneak along and have a watch, but not for the final, unfortunately, for the days. But, yeah, I know Steve Waugh was there and those guys who were there and, wore their caps, so they knew who they were.
John has sent in one about himself. He said, got a mancad in a cricket grand final. So he got mancaded.
Yes.
In a grand final when he was on about 60.
Yes.
The opposition captain called me back and said, don't worry, mate, We're not going to claim the wicket. Come back, keep batting. Sorry. He went on to make 142. They won the granny. His partner and I put 150 runs plus.
That sounds a heck of a lot like the one that I read out from the same bloke. Yeah, quite a bit.
Yeah,
okay, well
great.
done.
Well done, me. Alan's at Strathalbyn. Hi, Alan.
How you going, boys?
We're good.
All right.
Oh, we're recovering.
I've got a curly one for you.
Please do.
Right. A bowler on his second last ball of an over gets a wicket.
Yes.
And on his last delivery, he gets a wicket. And that's the end of the innings and the end of the game.
Yep. Right.
Right?
Yes.
He goes to a next game and gets a wicket with his first ball and he gets a hat-trick. Okay?
Yep.
No.
Right.
No.
Yes,
No, it's only in the one game.
Okay, so, all right, sorry, I stand corrected.
Good.
Okay, so it's in the one game. So why can't a batsman who is 98 not out
Yes.
in the last over of the innings, why can't the batsman in the next innings, if he hits 2 off his first delivery, gets credited with 100?
It's a new innings.
Because it's a new innings.
But hang on, the bowler can do it. The bowler can bowl in the new innings and it's a hat-trick.
In the same
Why
game,
can't a
yes.
batsman
Yes,
do
in the same game, but not in a different match. You're right.
Okay, in the same game.
Yes.
All I'm saying is in the same game.
Yep.
So if he's on 94 and hits a 6 off the first ball of the next innings in the same game, he's not credited with 100.
That's correct. He is not, because the innings has closed and that's the end of the runs, and therefore the next innings you start tallying up the next lot of runs.
But he does make a good point about the hat-trick.
Very much so.
Because
Yeah, he
you
makes
run
a-
out
it's
of
a
wickets,
reasonable
you got to
point.
start again in the next innings.
Correct.
So
So if you get 3 wickets in the game, you can do that. It's deemed as a hat-trick. Thank you, Alan. I appreciate the call. But
it's a fascinating question, though. Why the bowlers get given the hat-trick across innings, but they can't, batsmen have 100 over cross innings.
Yeah, across innings. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. But the innings is closed and then you start tallying up and
think we
the
understand
individual score, I mean, yes, the runs will still tally up, but the individual score is not deemed as a century that way.
21 after 6. So we're going to take a break. Basketball fans, stay tuned, because if you're local around Adelaide and you're interested in 3-on-3
3-on-3
basketball
comp.
and you want to play, have a
Okay.
listen in next. We're going to speak to the co-founder of the Champions League Basketball 3-on-3 tournament. It's happening on Wednesday.
5AA, celebrating 50 years in 2026.
Damn straight.
Wake up with David and Will on 5AA Breakfast.
Let's talk about the biggest story in Australia.
From 9, Graham Goodings brings you the stories you care about.
The main event, the gloves are off.
From midday, it's Conversations with Cornsey.
Oh, it's an amazing privilege.
And from 1, Stacey Lee returns to the airwaves to take you through the afternoon.
As a millennial, I never thought I'd say this, but I agree with Pauline Hanson.
Get the latest in Adelaide sport from 4 as Rowie and Timmy G bring you Adelaide's only local sport show for the drive home.
Excuse me.
Settle in for the evening as Leith Forest rejoins you for nights.
One of the all-time greats.
5AA, celebrating 50 years in 2026.
Wearing the wrong bra feels a bit like walking around with your shoes on the wrong feet. Uncomfortable, distracting, and oddly normal. Until you finally experience the perfect fit and comfort at the Lingerie Company. We've been fitting women of every age, shape and size for over 30 years. From first bras to forever favourites. We know what works for your body. It's not just about size. It's about shape, comfort and how you should always feel. Comfortable. The Lingerie Company. Shop 36 in Mitcham Shopping Centre.
Harris Scuff Big Stock Take Sale is on now. Score massive savings across bedding, kitchen, electrical and more. Shop your favourite brands at prices you'll love. Hurry, don't miss out. Exclusions apply. Harris Scuff. Great brands, great prices.
Flipper, I know you love a good deal, and I know you
Don't
love a
mind
good
that.
local, and so do I. There's something about a good local too, isn't there? When you just walk in and it
know where you are.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
just
comfortable.
settled, you feel comfortable, you're in the right place, and that's what the Piermount Group is all about.
Look, at their 8 neighbourhood favourites. I mean, that's what they are. The Albion, the Australasian, the Belair, the Flagstaff, Mansfield Park, the Stirling, the Marriotteville and the Seaton, each with their own character. We talked about that, but all built around warm hospitality, great food and that familiar sense of being looked after.
And now there's a simple way to make every visit feel even better. because we're already pretty happy being there, but you can just take it to a new level.
Yes.
Download Peermount's First Draft loyalty app. It's just search in First Draft, and you unlock genuine perks, rewards, little surprises as well, and yes, your first draft is on them. Plus, you get a $10 bonus just for signing up.
Hang on. First one is on them plus $10 for signing up.
Thank you.
Tell you what, that's handy. If you love your local, explore all 8 pubs, and the way to do it, download the First Draft app at Peermont, Piermount, Peermont.com.au.
I'm dreaming of a laundry I actually want to be in. Is that even possible?
It absolutely is with Use It, Adelaide's custom laundry experts.
Well, they did build my nana's laundry back in the 70s, and it still runs beautifully.
Exactly. Since 1978, Use It has crafted laundries that balance function and style. To bring your laundry to life, visit Use It at 54 The Parade, Norwood, or online at useit.com.au.
It's not the space.
It's the way you use it.
Are you on the hunt for Adelaide's freshest eggs, collected from a family farm every morning? Do you seek the finest produce, along with the widest selection of Dutch products in Adelaide? Your search ends here, at the Fresh Egg Shop in Clemzig. Discover a bounty of free-range chicken, duck and quail eggs, alongside an array of other hearty local offerings, such as boiler chickens, KI honey, almonds, homemade jam and biscuits. The Fresh Egg Shop, located at OG Road, Clemzig. Just look for the giant egg.
It's Professor Mike Steer here. My team's hard at work monitoring the algal bloom and helping our environment to recover from its impact. Work is underway on fish breeding programs, large-scale reef restoration and replanting seagrass meadows, along with ongoing research on algal blooms. It's all part of the $100 million Algal Bloom Summer Plan from the South Australian and federal governments, and it's happening now. A message from the Government of South Australia.
5AA's Summer Sports Show.
25 minutes after 6.
Hot off the press.
An exclusive through 7 News just this evening by Mitch Cleary. Geelong Premiership hero Tyson Stengel will be taking leave for a personal situation. He'll resume training post. He didn't return to training post-Christmas and comes after he commenced his break in December, earlier than his teammates after a difficult period off the field. They hopefully can return in a few weeks' time. However, the timeline remains fluid with uncertainty over his position in the Cats lineup to start 2026.
Oh, goodness me. Okay, we wish him well, but let's hope the situation can be looked after.
Champions League 3x3 Summer Showdown. This is what it's called. It's at the Lights Community Sports Centre. This is a great facility out in Lightsview, out north. And if you're interested in 3-on-3 basketball, this is the place to get yourself involved in. It's open to all genders and skill levels, under 11, so young age groups all the way to open level, 16 and over.
Oh,
and this comes also with FIVEAA ranking points, this competition, for players who really want to sort of elevate themselves and hopefully get onto the national stage. And
you can
maybe
get
even
into the
Olympics is where...
The Olympics in Paris.
So these events are really, really great. Joining us is the co-founder of the Champions League Basketball 3-on-3 Australia, Matt Hollard. Matt, thanks for joining us. What's this all about?
Pleasure to be on, guys. Look, it's not new to a lot of people who have been playing the sport, but it's still relatively a new sport. But 3x3 is what we call it, and it's a very fast-paced, high impact sport. 10-minute games, really exciting to watch, and kind of anyone can win depending on what happens on the day and injuries and all that sort of stuff. So it's really good fun.
It's as you say, Matt. It's deemed as basketball, so it is the basketball rules and all those sorts of things, but great fun incorporated.
Yeah, it is exactly. Look, it is basketball rules. All of your fundamentals are still the same, but it has a few little different tweaks to it, which make it, give it sort of that quick, fast, paced game that every sport's sort of doing these days. A different variation of it, but it is actually now an Olympic sport, and it's in its own sort of stands there in its own right. Had massive sellout crowds at the last Olympics, and it's become very, very popular in a short space of time.
What's the situation, Matt, with the under-11s? Do we lower the ring height a bit for them, or are they still playing at the stock standard height?
No, look, they stay at the same height. Look, what they've done with 3x3 is they've tried to keep it the same right across the board. That includes the ball, the rules, the height of the ring, everything like that. And it's actually a size 6 ball weighted to a size 7, so it's still got that sort of smaller size to it, which means you can handle it a lot better. but it's still got the weight of a size 7.
It's reasonably new, this sport, isn't it, across the world, really, but it's taken a really fast uptake. Can people play this socially, like during the week? How do they find 3-on-3 basketball, or do we need to get involved in tournaments like yourselves?
Yeah, look, it's essentially been event-based to start with, but it is starting to become... We're running now a lot of weekly competitions, like your sort of domestic style, but it really is an event sort of sport, and so the Olympics and all that sort of stuff, it's really focused as an event, which brings a lot of excitement and all the rest of it. It's a fun atmosphere. You've got DJs and music, and it really is a real fun atmosphere to be part of.
Well, how are the numbers going for this event coming up, which is, of course, January 14, this Wednesday, and how can people get involved if they want to be a part of it?
Yeah, look, we've got registrations are almost closed or full. We've had good uptake. The middle age groups, we do stuff from grassroots right through to elite level, and the grassroots stuff usually fills up pretty quick because there's a lot of kids wanting to play and don't often get a chance or miss out with their 5-on-5. So just go to our website, Champions League Basketball. All of the links and stuff are on there. And as you said before, it's a sport that works on ranking points, and so even from a young age, every game you play, you earn your own ranking points, and the elite system at the top end all works on ranking points as well.
Well, that's amazing, Matt. Thank you so much for sharing it with us.
Thank you, Matt.
If people want to get involved, 3-on-3 basketball, it's great fun. It's really fast, as he said, and
happens,
energetic, and
alive.
Takes a lot of skill, and you get involved more because 5 players on a team, sometimes you get sort of
lost.
left on the side, but 3 players, you've all got to play a big part in the team. So Matt Hollard, our guest from Champions League Basketball, that is an awesome opportunity. Wednesday, get to the Lights Community Sports Centre, and before then, make sure you register too, because numbers are filling fast. It's 6:30. Next, we're going to speak to golfer Wade Ormsby. He won Blitz Golf on Friday.
Hey, Carl Chalmers here, letting you know that when it comes to flooring for your home or investment property,